Good morning, good afternoon. You're on a bit
Hey, good
earlier, Paul.
afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah, it's only 4:30. You've confused me. I saw the link while I'm having breakfast and I'm thinking, you're a
Well,
bit
I've,
early?
I've got a little bit of audio coming through here, so I'm trying to test it out.
Oh, okay.
I can
'Cause I
hear.
was-
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound hollow, but yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a bit, as I said, you're a bit early. I haven't got a chance to finish what I was doing, but I saw the link and I thought, yep, well, I'll
Well,
get
thanks for
on.
coming in because this was my test to see if I could do it on this computer rather than having to use that computer.
Okay.
So you enjoy your breakfast, and I'll just sit here and look and see if anybody joins us or
Yeah, you go and do that. Yeah.
yeah. What are you having for breakfast?
Weetabix and yogurt.
Oh, there you go. The wind is really strong here today, but it is warm. It's 70 degrees.
Yay.
But and it's dark. They're calling for maybe some rain. I don't know.
Actually, it's nearly warmer than I'm at 20 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
20,
We got 6
36,
people in the chat.
68.
It- it-
So,
they're not in the chat. They're watching.
yeah, what's 68 here?
Oh, it's 68 degrees. Okay.
Yeah, after having
It's
97 yesterday, it's now
it's 70
68.
here with gusts up to 45 miles an hour.
Mm,
I called a guy that does computer service, and I explained to him what was going on with this.
mhm,
I couldn't hear anything or register anything or whatever.
mhm.
And he says, "Well, I don't know." But so I started plugging and unplugging and plugging and unplugging, and
Mhm.
finally it worked. So
Yep. Oh, Jesus. Let me have a look. What's going on?
Well, we're awful early, so a lot of people aren't looking for us, but
Yeah, I know. I just happened to sit in front of the computer and it just,
popped up.
yeah, I saw it because I was, watching something, doing something else, watching something else, and I saw that. Oh, okay.
I'm wondering if while you're eating, if I shouldn't feed my little buddy.
Go for it.
Okay, give me a holler if you need me. I'm just in the kitchen over there.
Well, I don't think there's anybody in the chat yet. There are 6 people watching. Six people lurking. No one has chatted yet.
Yeah, he's happy he's getting dinner.
Oh, great.
It's a little earlier than I feed him, but what the heck?
Yep.
Gives him something to do, something to look forward to, right?
Yeah, sometimes you've gotta feed them early.
Well, I don't feed him as much as I think I should, but I got a can of dog food, and I did like a third to 40% this morning, and
Hmm.
then down right now I still got this much in the bottom of the can left, and I'll give it to him later on. And I
Hmm.
just sprinkled in a little bit of kibble in with it.
Yeah.
Not a lot. I used to put a lot of kibble in and then put that on and mush it around. But he seems to like. I'm not giving him the beef right now because I got two different varieties came in that package of cans. There was
Hmm.
chicken and there was beef.
Hmm.
So he's getting the chicken now.
Yep.
So you got any big football games going on there this weekend, Dominic?
We got the Formula One.
Oh, that's right, the Formula One cars.
Yeah, and it's raining.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Best laid plans of men, you know?
Yep.
So if it gets rained out, when will they do the race then?
I don't think they, unless it was really bad rain, torrential rain, I don't think they would cancel it. It's just going to be a wet race.
Well, they'll
Yeah,
delay it for a little while and then they'll blow the track
yeah.
off, right?
Well, it's not for at least 7 or 8 hours.
Yeah.
20 to 8 now. I don't think it starts until at least 3, 20 past 3.
So you got if it's 20 minutes to 8, you got 4 hours, then 3, 7 hours before the
Yeah,
race.
that's what I said, yeah. At least 7, if not 8. I reckon it's 3:30.
What's the matter, Booner? You gotta go outside? I think he wants to go out. Be right back.
Uh-huh.
Take care of everybody that's here. Oh, yes. All those people that had joined the panel.
Yeah. Jim. No.
Oh, here comes
Hey,
Joe.
Joe.
Okay, now why are we not stopping people from coming in the chat? I'm coming right in.
I don't know how to set that.
Oh, host tools.
Host tools, okay.
The government shut down, and that's why I voted the way I did. You think he's wrong? You go
Yeah,
to
waiting
host
room.
tool. And host tools, enable waiting room. I just did.
Okay, I just did it.
Oh, I just did it. You might undid it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. It's done.
Hello, Laura.
So what happens is when somebody comes in on your screen, on my screen, on anybody that's a co-host, it's gonna say so-and-so is in the back room.
Okay, so
That
you
way they
can,
can't just pop in.
so anybody that's on here that's a
Co-host,
co-host can
Yeah.
let them in, right?
Yep.
right.
Good.
Yeah, you'll see a little thing come up at the top.
Good, because you know how sometimes I'm not that focused, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we
right in
got
the middle
you.
of your screen. It comes right in the middle of your
Yeah.
screen.
No,
Top.
it doesn't go right in the middle of my screen. It just comes at the top.
At the very top.
Well, if you're looking at the screen, you ought to see it pop in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be
but
just above.
it's not that big a pop. It's just a little.
Anything moves, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
No,
Laura,
right.
Jim.
But you can't let anybody in that you don't know, especially if they're not in the chat.
Yep.
If they're not in the chat, you can't check them out. And I caught that this morning, right before all that crap happened. I said, why are you letting all these people in? It ain't right. Something's wrong. That's when they started.
Yep.
Oh. Have I missed something?
Who
Or
do we
did you
think-
miss
who
it?
do we- Who do we think was the person behind all this?
Well, I have an idea. I think it's somebody that we've had an argument with in here the last couple of days.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if it was him, but it might have been people that are on his other channels doing stuff that he's told them about, and they came and popped in and did it, or he got burner accounts, you know?
Oh,
I think it was just ironically that 3 or 4 things popped in right after each other. And then as soon as I said something, we started getting the full Monty and 4 different things. Oh, you
Oh.
missed it this morning. Oh, you
Okay,
didn't
well.
miss it, trust me.
I went back. I went back and watched the other one from the other night.
So
I deleted last night's though.
no, the one today, it was this morning.
Previous one. About
Yeah,
5, 6
it was the
hours
first
ago.
one this morning.
Yeah, I deleted that, I think, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I missed it.
Hey, Booner, what you doing?
Trust me, you didn't miss it. It's like you can't unsee it, and you can't wash your eyes out enough.
Oh no, it's that sort of. What was it? A
Oh,
helicopter?
it was raw.
Yeah, it wasn't a helicopter.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
churning for butter.
Thank God I wasn't awake.
Yeah, it was a whack. That's what you said. A whack?
No, I'm saying awake.
Oh, I thought you said it was a whack though.
No, thank God I wasn't awake.
Yeah. It was a bunch of
Laura,
whacking.
Laura.
And Justin said right about my time, make me co-host. Make me co-host like that. And I looked up and he made and Paul made me co-host instead of Justin. And when I turned around, looked up there, all of a sudden everything started going crazy. And I was trying to delete everything. That's when Justin said, just kill your stream.
Justin had a feeling too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, and I don't know why you let people in you don't know them. Never saw those names before ever in your chat.
No,
Then you don't let them in. And if it's a name like if it comes out, I hate to say it like this, if it says Jim and Jim's not in the chat, you know, you got to make sure it's not a first name that matches any of ours too.
right.
You know, because it could be somebody else putting in Jim, and you think, oh, it's Jim, come in, pop it. That happened to Johnny. He had a name pop in him one time that he thought it was somebody he knew. Popped it in, and as soon as he got on.
Yep, I remember that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever seen Johnny mad.
Well, I was not only mad, but I was totally disgusted that there's those kinds of jerks in the world, you know?
Mm.
He was doing that. He was jerking. We keep bringing it up. That's what he was doing. The first one is the one I was trying to delete. So I was focused on getting that one done, so I missed what the other ones were doing,
Jesus.
which could have been a good thing. I tried to delete them twice and it wouldn't delete. That's the worst part about it. I
Really?
tried to remove them twice. It wouldn't delete. Yeah, Johnny was on earlier and I missed his show.
Mm.
I've been having electricity go in and out.
Yeah. I've heard about it.
We got storms coming through.
Well,
And
that Facebook reel you sent me
yeah,
about the guy flying over the pier.
yeah, that was this morning.
Hmm. So I know how
Yeah.
I know what you're up to then. I know what the weather's like then.
I was thinking, man, do I have time to run down the lakefront with my Mavic 3? Because it's not raining. I'd put the Mavic 3 up in that long, but I wouldn't get that close.
Yeah, oh,
I'd stay at least about another 20 foot higher. But
oh,
that's epic.
definitely, yeah,
That's a nice footage.
yeah.
He timed it right though. He came in behind the waves. One of them almost got him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that would have freaked me. You saw the drone when it hit the drone. The drone stuttered a little.
Mm,
Mine did that the other night. My Mavic 3, and I went back and looked at the let me pull it up. I'll read what it said. I was doing a drone at the end of the video, the lighthouse video I did.
hmm
And when I got to the end, when it was right at the top, all of a sudden it just takes a dip to the right, comes up and takes a dip back to the left and try to stabilize like that. And I said, "What the hell was that?" You know what I mean?
That was
It was
that
like,
was with the Neo?
no, it would have been a Neo, I wouldn't have done it. It was with the Mavic 3. It got crazy. Let me get the last flight. I gotta go to the last flight. Home, flights, details. Because it says, come on, it's not it. Overview notification. There you go. Okay, what it said was, let's see, quick shot complete. Aircraft returns to task point, but it says mode change to detour. Right? All
Yeah.
right together. I mean, and that was exactly the same time, right? And what happened is when it was backing up, I got right above the tugboat, and the thing went like that in the air. I thought I had lost the prop. And when I thought I'd lost the prop, I was going to start bringing it back towards me to try to leave because I was high enough that I might have been lucky, you know? And then it stabilized. So I brought it over, checked everything, couldn't find anything. And when I read that, I went and looked that up. It means that somehow the sensors, since it was in cine mode, picked up that tugboat and it picked up, it was over water and over that tugboat picked up, it was dark too, remember? And it was dark, so it may not have seen it and all of a sudden saw it and thought it was right next to it.
Hmm.
But it scared the hell out of me. I figured I was getting a new one, you know? Because if it would have been in the water out there, I'd have got a new one because it's insured, you know? But it's like, at least I'd have bought it. I would have set up getting a new one. I don't know if I ever got it. But I really thought that it was a prop issue. Maybe one of the props was bad
Mm,
because that's the way it acted. Acted like a prop would like it started to waver like one of the engines was either locking up or the prop was bad.
yeah, vibration.
Yeah, yeah, big dip too. I mean, it went like this, went
Yeah,
like that. And when it started that way, man, I started to bring it back towards me, and then it stabilized. I went, "What the hell was that?" You know. I was about 70 feet in the air, 80 feet in the air, about 60 feet from me. So it would have been close to get it back. I'd have had to gun it and hope and just hope, you know.
yeah.
Justin
I flew
had
it
a short
around.
day today,
Oh, that's
Who?
so maybe Justin will pop in again.
Maybe he's afraid to. Yeah, I flew that thing around afterwards for about 3 minutes, just checking it, all kind of dronies and all kind of stuff. Never did it again. So it had to be that tugboat. It just happened to see that tugboat. I was only about 30 feet above the tugboat. So it probably all of a sudden realized this tugboat was there and the ABS kicked in. The OBS kicked in. But Dominic, that's what I call a cheek clenching moment.
yeah, no. Yep. sphincter tightening, butt clenching. Oh, I've
Yeah.
been there.
You see, I could actually show you. Still got I got the video of it. Let me make sure I got the video of it. I want to see what it looks like. Because I got the video of it happening and you can see what it does at the end. Let me see. Well, it's pretty stable. I'm gonna show you. It's pretty stable, but watch at the end. You can see how it started drifting.
It was getting dark too, wasn't it?
Yeah, now watch in a second. You can see the whole change. See, it's starting to drift now. Watch.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now. You saw how it moved at the end?
Yeah, it seemed
Right up in here.
seemed to
Right
see
up in this-
something that wasn't there.
Right there.
Yeah,
It's
if you look
moving
at
because
if
it
you look
sees
at the
something.
moon, if you look at the moon, you can really tell it, but it doesn't look that bad, like somebody was just backing away and was tilting
But you
it
can see there
more.
how it went side to side.
Yeah.
Right at that point. Right at that point. Watch it go side to side. And it jerked back to the other side.
Was Johnny there with you, or were you by yourself?
I was out there. The guy next to me is Dave Punch. I actually
Oh.
shot his wedding about 30 years ago.
Okay.
That's a friend of mine from Darts. My daughter's 30 years old. Yeah, so it's 30 years ago. We played darts. I've known him for about 33 years. And he's a real estate guy over. He's the guy that gets me to do the jobs for him. I might have one Thursday. He called me up yesterday and he said, "Hey, I got a job maybe for you. Give me a price and I'll see if the guy will go with it." He said, "And give me a good price." I said, "What do you mean by good?" He said, "Do it, make money." You know, like this.
Yeah,
For him,
don't give him as buddy price. Give him as
No, I give
retail.
him like when I do his stuff around here, I charge him 150.
Yeah, retail price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good with him. He said it's like about 50 miles away from here. So I got 50 miles each way. And then it's 350 acres of land. And he's got 8 ponds on it. I've looked at it on Google, 8 ponds, 2 residents, and it's 350 acres.
Wow.
And it's going to be easy to fly because it's not all wooded. It's got wood in between each acre, it's almost separating.
It's gonna be easy to fly as long as it's not windy, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be according to the weather now, it's gonna be good. But I got the Mavic 3. I could do 30 mile, 35 mile an hour. I've done it. I've done it with Dave in 35 mile an hour doing his property. And it's pretty stable. But I told the guy, I said, well, straight out, tell him I'll try to keep it to $500. You know, I'm thinking it's gonna be like 500. You know, that's the minimum because of the driving and the time I have to put into it to get everything for him. Because I'm gonna be doing aerial shots of each section that's got the pond. I'm gonna be doing each house, the full aerial shot of the whole property.
There
And
you
then
go.
video, the same thing could be video of each little spot. I said, tell him 500. I'll go with 500. Like that.
What did he say?
I'm waiting. Well, I told him yesterday, I'll probably know Monday. He said the guy has got money. He said this property he's selling is gonna be about a $3 million property.
Oh, wow.
Because he's selling the whole thing. 2 houses, everything. And it's about 50 miles from here, Mount Hermon, Louisiana. So we'll see. But the funny part, that's the day I got my oncologist appointment at 2:00. So I'll be leaving. I got to be up there at 10 in the morning. And then by the time I finish shooting and come back, I might be going straight to the apartment. I mean, to the appointment.
There you go.
But I'm not going to pass up the 500 if I can make it.
Hey, Mark's here and not in the chat yet, but He's in the chat, not on the panel yet.
Was he on this morning? Yeah, he was on this morning.
Yep, he was on.
Well, I've heard my first clap of thunder.
Just now?
Yeah, just now. We were supposed to be getting it from like 2 o'clock on, but it slowed down. Well, that's a pretty good clap of thunder, still rolling.
Right now, yes, we're trying to get a little closer.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Dominic, Joe. Yes, I was on until them other people tried to hijack, and then I couldn't come back on afterwards because Kate arrived and we had to go to shops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they hijacked, but they were jacking.
Yeah.
You getting back to that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were low balling.
That was really, they were doing something.
I don't even know which one of the three it was that was showing it.
Boy, that's enough. It's gonna tell you what, I bet you I lose my electricity a little bit. Because it's trying to come through here.
What to do for many of these players, but job's done already for Crawley, who's now.
There you go.
A brilliant round of 66 out there for you today. I know this has been a long road returning to the top of the game. Just how special is it to be back at the players?
Here you go. How's that look, Dominic?
Oh, boy.
I'm right here, right there. Right where the hand's at, that's where I'm at. And that's
Wow.
going straight through.
You're playing, and
Well, I think you better hope that that day you've got to do that shoot is going to be a nice day.
Oh, it is. They're saying we're gonna have good weather for the next week after that. They said weather in the 70s. And we have a tornado watch until 6 p.m. tonight. But I am right about here. See, it's showing me up here, but I'm not up there. That's Covington. That's where Justin works right there. But I'm right about where my hand's at right there. So that little bow right there
Yep.
is the stuff I don't like. It's called a bow echo.
Yep.
When they do that, there's usually some kind of rotation there. But if I'm here, it's going to go over the top of me.
Now, how many miles is that from you?
Where this is at?
Yeah.
See what's under there. Oh, that's about 40 miles, 50 miles, 40 miles.
Okay.
But you see, I'm right here. That's Interstate 12. I'm right below Interstate 12, right here. So that's coming across. Trying to see where the place is to make it move. Oh, never mind. I see what's going on. You see how it just goes around?
Yeah.
See, I'm right here. We'll leave that right where I'm at. But it come back once. I'm starting to hear it now.
Here, Booner.
Yeah, I'm starting to get all kind of lightning and all that happening.
just no margin.
See, like, all the big stuff is going all around me. I got one that's gonna come through,
Stuff off. I mean, even
so.
we're 26 yards.
Yeah, I got Cleo just came and got next to me and touched me on the leg to let me know she's down there. You scared?
They looking for their dinner or what?
No, she's looking she's scared. Watch out, Loki. Where's Loki? Yeah.
So Precious has got her nose pressed against the sliding door, so I assume she wants to go out.
What's the matter? You scared? Yeah, she come to me, she got scared, look. Well, you a scared girl. This my scared girl. Look at that pretty face.
Look at that face.
Who needs mistletoe with a face like this?
That's right.
That's my baby girl.
Beautifully read. Yeah.
Yeah, she touched me on the leg to let me know, hey, I'm getting scared.
Oh, she hears the thunder.
Oh yeah, she don't like it. She don't like it at all. Loki laying right next to me. Tina on the other side of the room in a chair, he don't care. But this is the one. She worries. She'll start hyperventilating a little bit. I got you, babe.
What's he got, mate? Oh, it's in perfect position here down the right hand wing. JJ Sports, he's on England, 30 yards behind Rory McIlroy's ball.
See, she blends right in. You don't even see it.
Great. So he snuck it up to Rory McIlroy.
See you.
I've got this 2-4-4. 2-4-2 I've got it out.
Now, on a better note, last night, Chuck Schumacher caved real quick, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah, he knew better. They said they were going to blame it all on him. And now he and Pelosi are fighting. Everybody's fighting. They said they could hear him down the hallway yelling at each other. Called imploding. Look at my girl. That's a pretty. Look at this face. Look at this pretty face. Look at this. See that pretty face?
That should have been looking. No hope.
Look at girl. Look at you on the TV. Look at you right here on the TV.
4 players have been able to take 2. Well, it sits across you. It sits across you. It's straight back in the teeth of it. I see you.
Oh, baby girl.
Great. Huge amounts of water and sleep. A whole lot of space.
There we go. Yes. Well, one thing about this dog, she got all kind of hair.
Mm-hmm.
The other day I took her over there and I brushed her. You ought to see what came off of her.
Hmm.
And then Tino, I haven't brushed him underneath for a while. Been doing just the top. So I wasn't pushing on the undercoat as much. I grabbed that undercoat brush, went through him the first time. I got a ball of hair about this big. Just the size of a softball. Came right off of him the first time. All that undercoat started coming up. I threw away probably a good paper bag, small paper bag full of hair. Like one of those plastic bags you get from the grocery. I don't know if y'all got those. Yeah, one of those almost filled up with hair just off of him. He's got to be cooler now. But he sheds only when you fool with him. But that undercoat is so thick on him because he's got that Maltese undercoat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got that, and then he's got the Pomeranian hair to come through. So he's got the long hair, it's the Pomeranian hair that sheds, and then he's got the undercoat that won't shed. And you got to use that rake to get it out. And boy, like I said, I was taking chunks of hair out of every time I brush him.
Wow.
And it comes out, you can just reach over there, but you see the white part. That's when because he's white underneath. And that's the Maltese. And you reach
Okay.
over there, just grab where the white's at, and just do this, and you can take that whole, like if it's a ball of it, it's just boom, comes right off. And I do that about once a month. I'll hit his undercoat. But in the wintertime, I leave it. Like the way it stays comfortable.
She just had her seconds of dinner.
Eat, eat.
She ate it up,
You said she again, Paul.
or he ate it up.
Get a marker on your on your monitor, right? He.
Yeah. Well, it's really not a full he because he's been neutered, but yes.
He's still a he. Still got the DNA.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I would really like to get behind who that was this morning. Find out who it was.
Okay, Jim. Hey, thanks for popping in, buddy. We'll look forward to maybe seeing you tomorrow.
Later, Jim.
Well, it was nobody that we know, I'm sure of that. It was just one of those trolls. There's plenty of them about that keep doing that to people.
Well, yeah, that's funny, but I'm thinking it also could be a little vendetta and some burner accounts.
I don't think so.
How many you got watching, Paul?
8 people.
Yeah. Are they all playing games?
9, mine says.
I'm showing 8 online.
No.
Yeah, I got 8.
Now it's just flipped over to 9.
Again, the Brits are ahead of us. Okay, so you have Jackson Gaming on and Jason on.
Well, Jackson's Tim.
Yeah. So that could have Justin in there.
I don't know. I think you'll find that Tim's got other friends that he plays with now, rather than Justin and Laura and them. They've kind of fell out.
They fell out too.
Yeah. If you actually look at the people on what's it?
Yeah, he don't have, he got 2 watching on his. It's only 2. He's on it. The live chat has nothing, and I'm on it looking. So I guess I'm number 2, right?
Yeah, but he'll be playing with what's it? With a couple of his mates to make the team up. And they'll be talking on that other thing.
Tell people talking.
Whatever it's called.
See, Jim?
Oh, hell, I forgot what it's called. I've got it. I know I've got it. What the hell is it? Discord.
Yeah.
He was talking to somebody on there.
Hello, Brenda Sunster.
Brenda.
The cat
Hey,
just
Brenda.
stood on the remote control and turned the fish tank pump off.
Yeah. Did that yesterday with me. I was watching something and one of the cats sat on the remote and I had to start all over again.
I'll be right back. I'm going to make me a proper tea.
Proper
Okay.
tea? Proper
I mean,
tea?
when I came
Yeah, I should be
down,
back in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
when I came down this morning, the light was on in the fish tank, and I was pretty sure that I turned it off when I went to bed last night. Well, before that, I usually turn it off at
Thanks,
midnight.
JD.
So
Well,
I
do
think
you
I
have
think-
a string on the light so that the fish can come up with their mouth and pull it and turn the light on and off?
Yeah.
no, I have a remote control, and it's plugged into a remote control plug, so that I can switch it on and off from a controller. Along with a few other bits.
Uh-huh.
Hanging with
Okay.
JD.
See, I don't know
Hey,
whether
JD.
can you see the light back there now?
No, I can't see anything really, other than no, I can't see that. We can only see your a little bit of your head and a bit of the chair.
So it would have to be like there, kind of.
Mm.
Joe got his new chair put together.
So if I press that
Yeah.
button, it turns the light off. And if I press that button, it turns the pump off.
Okay.
And if I press that button,
Oh, Brenda's got her puppy home. All right, Brenda.
Yay!
if I press
Good
that
for
one, it
you.
turns that light on there behind me. Number 3 used to have
How's she doing, Brenda?
my router on
Is she
upstairs,
glad to be home?
so that I could actually turn the router off and reset it without having to climb up the stairs to go to the room where it is.
That's great, Brenda. That's really nice. I'm sure Jim will be glad to hear that too, although Jim, I think, left. But he says taking off in joy. Well, I'm sure that you're going to give her plenty of loving, right? I am so happy for you, Brenda.
Yes, very good.
We got a tornado warning. I gotta find out where it's at.
What's
Uh-oh.
that?
We're under a tornado warning now.
Oh,
Oops.
Madisonville. Remember that one that was coming through? I told you about that hook.
Yep.
It's hitting Madisonville now, and it's a tornado on the ground.
How far away
Going
from
right.
you is it?
It's about 10 miles. But
oh,
it's 10 miles
Shit.
northwest of me right now.
Go and send it. Do an orbit.
It's actually, you ready for this? It's actually going over the lakefront down there that we fly.
wow.
That's where it's going over right now. They're showing it on the map.
Go and do an orbit of it.
I don't think you'd have any option other than do an orbit.
Yeah, that sucker's got rotation. They got green and red, so it's got winds going different ways. It's
Shit.
definitely a tornado. It's confirmed. It's confirmed tornado. And it's running right along Highway 22.
That's got the Black Hawk on the
Yeah.
radar. Uh-oh. Yes.
Yeah, it is going right now over Madisonville Riverfront, and it's coming from right north of the lighthouse. But it's going to miss me. It's going straight across. So it's going to go straight across into top up part of Covington.
Okay.
But it's that same hook I was talking about.
Yeah, the hook.
It decided that it turned into it. It came across water and marsh and everything, and that's when it decided to build up. The
Yeah,
temperature
it's
changed.
it picked up a bit of moisture.
Yeah. Got that hook echo going.
Yeah.
It looks like a black hook on the right in red and
Yeah,
green.
the Black Hawk. We've actually had two of them in the last 14 years. We've had two tornadoes
Yeah.
with that Black Hawk.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting all kind of beeps right now. Tornado warning for Madisonville, Louisiana, going all through. St.
Uh-oh.
Tammany Parish to 4:45. Another 22 minutes.
We had that one that
I love how it says, take cover and move to a basement. There ain't no freaking basements in Louisiana.
yeah, we had that one that hit Staley Bridge about 4 miles to the east of me. Ripped a few roofs off.
Mm. Thankfully, the two that we've had were in a very sparsely populated areas.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, it's moving to the side of me. So technically, I'm not even getting any rain right now, but that's where the rain starts. I could hear a solid rumble where it's, you hear the rumble from the thunder and it goes away. It isn't going away. It's just rumbling.
Yeah.
But it's about 10 miles from me right now. And my lights just flickered twice. So
Mhm.
no, I might lose y'all.
Get that Power 1000 hooked
Yeah,
up.
get the DJI Power 1000 out.
Yeah, you got your big generator.
But that ain't gonna do nothing for the internet when I lose the internet.
Okay.
No, but
That's all on what you call it, cable.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
you can plug the router.
But if
into
you
it.
lose power, will you lose the cable too automatically?
Yeah, I do. Automatically the cable knocks off.
I know that with the
Why don't you
way
just
we've
plug the
set up.
cable? Plug the
Yeah.
power for the router into your
Yeah.
into your Power 1000 and it'll work. Unless
That's why I've got a
the actual fiber optic cable or whatever they're using gets damaged.
might be different.
The electric won't matter so long as you've
Yeah,
got
it might be
feed.
different over there, but
Yeah.
I can. I've got a hotspot that I can plug in, and that'll
I
work.
got a hotspot on my phone.
Yeah.
In my phone.
But if you've got-
it's not here.
If they've got phone signal, they'll have internet as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. my phone has a hotspot on it that whenever you lose power, AT&T knows you lose power and it kicks over the way you can use your phone for a hotspot.
Is your phone charged up?
Oh yeah, my phone's always charged.
Yeah, mine's actually plugged in all the time while I'm talking on here.
Every other day I charge it because every other day I'm down to about 50% on it, then I charge it.
Oh,
And I charged it last night.
mine goes on charge every day.
Yeah.
I
Put it on
use
just before I go to bed.
I use it for this, which means that it's drawing a load of power because Zoom's really hungry.
Yeah, it's a hawk.
Yeah.
But my phone's in the back, so let me go get it.
Just in case, yeah.
What, you want to go out and get? Cat wants to go out now.
Oh no.
She'll only be out for a couple of minutes or so, and then she'll be clawing at the door to come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at 97%. So good. This is, I love that. The lowest floor down in the basement. We have no basements.
It's a bit windy at Sawgrass today.
Oh, okay.
It's sunny, but it's blowing. About 30-mile-an-hour winds, I think they've got. It's creating havoc with the scores.
Yeah.
Sawgrass.
If you've got the wind behind you,
Yeah.
then it's going to go far. But if you've got it
Not
in front of
necessarily.
you,
It does weird things to the spin on the ball.
yeah, it does weird things to the spin on the AFL football.
Yeah.
If you kick with the wind, you'll get an extra 10 or 20 meters. If you're
Yeah,
kicking against it,
Yeah, not always, because sometimes the wind just knocks it out of the air.
yeah, especially with a gust.
Even if it's downwind.
Mm.
It
Doesn't
can
mean if
create,
it's a gust, sometimes it'll move it.
It can create the wrong spin on the ball, and just it doesn't go as far as you thought it was going to.
Yeah. And the bigger the ball, the funnier the things happen to it.
Yeah. Well, it affects golf balls because the dimples on it are there to create the spin.
Yeah. But I just think it's funny. I've seen games of our game where the wind is howling and it'll look like it's going, out, and it'll suddenly curl back and go through. If you judge the wind properly and use the wind, it's sort of like a bowling ball. You get the spin on the bowling ball.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay, we have a second one.
Oh, another one's coming down.
And I'll be honest with you, this one don't look good.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm sitting here and we have, like I said, it wasn't even raining, right? Second ago, all of a sudden you hear that rumble. All of a sudden now I can't see the trees in the back.
Oops.
That's how hard the rain is. And it just showed the path of the other one, and it's coming right around me.
Oh. Shit.
I'm in the best place I could be though, because I'm in the interior of the place and I got this big heavy desk. All I got to do is move my chair out the way, sit down.
You're not so bad. You're in a concrete structure with a flat roof.
I don't have a flat roof.
Hey?
The roof on top isn't flat.
The people above you have got a flat roof.
Yeah, the roof above me is flat as concrete, but above them is a regular roof.
Oh,
so
okay.
they have more problems than me.
Oops.
But I mean, it's now I can see the trees are slowed down a little bit. But I got a tree in the back that's maybe 30 feet, and I could not see the bulk of the tree. That's how hard the rain was coming down. Let's go get all the pollen off my car. That's good.
Well, that's good.
Mm.
I got a green car that's been yellow for the last 3 days. It's going up to Covington, Avita. Oh Lord. Yeah, but the other one dropped in lower. It was probably a water spout that turned into one. Well, it's raining good. And my car is way on the other side, so I parked it with a good place.
You got it up on the high country?
I got as high as it can get around here. It's supposed to go through fast, but it don't look like it's moving fast enough.
Boone, stop whining.
What you whining about?
Don't know. He just walks around.
Oh,
Go wanna chase a squirrel.
yeah, he wants more food or go for a pee. Or he just wants fussing.
Somebody to pet him.
Yeah.
I need some loving.
Boner.
I need some rubbing loving.
Here.
Yeah, when he does that, say, "What do you want? Come here. What do you want?" See what he says. Let's see what he does.
Boone. Here. Jump up.
That's
Go
not what
lay
he wants.
down. Lay down. Go lay down. Lay down.
It's that first one's up over a beta already, so that's moving pretty good. That's
Oh.
north of me now. The second one, they're not showing it. They need to show it. It's got a whole different path. Yeah, you knew it was going to be serious because they've been on the air live for the last 2 hours.
Hello, Justin.
So
Hey, Justin.
So that, you know, how you got the red and green, the different red on one side, green on the other side, right?
Yep.
It's green south of me, red north of me. I'm right in the middle of it. Which that ain't good. You know what I mean?
Yep. Shit's
I
about
mean,
to
it's
get
going
real.
right over me right now, right in the middle. I'm right in the middle.
I'm Justin.
What's up?
Joe's being hit by a tornado.
Yeah, shit's
Yeah.
about to get real, I reckon.
Well, like this, if it's just winds in between, I'm gonna show y'all. I just took a picture. We're on the tornado warning.
Lay down. Get up there and lay down. Sit. Sit.
As I was telling you, right here. If you look at it, I am right where my pointer's at.
Oh, shit.
And look at it right in between both of them. So you got one wind going one way, one wind going the other way, and I'm
Oh,
right
no.
here. Wait, I'm actually right here. That's Highway
Uh-oh.
22. I'm actually right at the bottom of this point right here.
Oh, shit.
That's where I'm at. Had to see. I thought that was 12 for a minute. That's 12. So
Yeah.
that's me right where the point is at, right about there. So it's either going south of me or it's going over me. But like I told you, I couldn't see outside for a second.
Uh-uh.
So that might have been it going close to me, you know. But God darn it. As close as you can get, I guess, huh?
No, if the trees are still there, it won't that close.
Yeah, that's
But
a
yeah,
good start. If the trees are
the
still
trees are
there.
there, you know.
That's what I meant. So that's a good start. We need to keep
the
it that way.
big sturdy oak trees. But see, that's 4:30 in the afternoon. New Orleans is just starting to get it now. They could have had those parades today.
Yeah.
And that's what gets everybody mad because they could have had the parades. They make them reschedule and it changes. All the money is invested in these things. And then the police have to reschedule and their lives have changed because they've got to change another day now, you know, to do this. And it's only since they've got all this new system, but they tell you a week in advance, hey, we're going to have this, and it don't work.
Mm.
Wish old Nash Roberts was still alive with his little chalkboard. I'm serious. This guy, up until 2 years before he died, right before Katrina hit, they called him in. They called him in, and he got on with Bob Breck. And Bob Breck got all electronics. He brought his little whiteboard. Had all the stuff drawn on the whiteboard. Said, "This is where it's gonna hit." Guess where it hit? Where he said.
Yeah.
But he did it all his life. You know, that's who I learned from. Yeah, whoa, Lord. The top screen on this TV, they're showing, I can't tell where it's at. So it's off of Interstate 12. That could be Interstate 12. Yeah, it's Interstate 12 190. That's what it is. You read it now. That sucker, there's nothing but flashes going on, lightning. So it must be in that area.
Mm-hmm.
They
Hey,
said
Lance.
tennis ball size hail too.
Order this for your grandbaby? Joe?
No,
It's an animated bunny.
no, not buying it.
Water.
Look at there. That looks like your granddaughter.
No, not buying it.
Huh?
That looks like another, what you call it? It looks like another scam.
Yeah.
Look at it moves and everything.
Don't buy one, Paul. You're getting suckered in. Don't buy one.
First, I was
Yeah.
skeptical, but after seeing my daughter interact with Bunny Pal, I'm hooked.
Yeah, Paul just got hooked on a scam.
50%
Yeah.
off right now.
Oh,
34.99.
Okay.
Oh, you've got
Yeah,
nobody.
there you go. That's a winner right there. Don't buy
Right?
it.
There you go, Joe. Buy that for your grandbaby.
If
It's
it was
always
$3.49,
50%
I
off.
wouldn't buy it because it's a scam.
There's always 50% off and there's always one left.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that it's like that store that's always going out of business.
Yeah.
Yeah, DFS closing down sale that lasted about 12 years.
Yeah,
Well,
well, I
Paul,
think we had. I remember one place that was a closing down sale, and I reckon it was about 14 years.
Yeah, over here that's actually illegal because it's considered falls under some like law that you're not really supposed to
False
advertise.
advertising.
Yeah.
There must be some sort of time limit.
Yeah, there is. In Louisiana, you got a time limit. You can say going out of sale up to 4 months. But at the end of 4 months, you got to close. If you don't close, they'll charge you with it.
Hey, Jody.
Hi, Jody.
Jody.
Yeah, I could see you buying that for your grandbaby. Yes,
I
sir.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't, Paul.
I could see that.
And Lance.
Paul, it's
You'd be the grandfather of the year.
Paul, it's just like this morning. If you're not sure, don't let them in.
And be another truck.
I'm already the grandpa. I'm Papa of the year. All she does is look at me and come run and hug me.
It's another Trump doll.
They had nothing to do with Trump. If it had Trump on it, I bought it. It's
but
a
it didn't
Trumpster
work.
bunny.
The Trump doll you got didn't work, did it?
Yeah, it didn't have the sound.
Nah.
Drone
They
shot.
came out afterwards. They came out and said it was a separate one. They said, "Well, you can send them both back, and we'll give you your money back." And wanted me to pay for it. I said, "We'll pay for the shipping." And they said, "Well, we don't pay for the shipping on returns." I said, "Well, let me explain something to you. Go look at my account. All the things I bought from y'all, you just lost me, like that."
Mhm.
Because that's the one that I buy all the cards from, the Trump
Yeah.
cards from.
Right.
And guess what? I went on eBay and found out I could buy them on eBay cheaper.
Yes.
It's because they're probably not all made by the same company. People are just reproducing them and selling them.
Yeah,
To
you can get them on Temu.
be
that
honest, they're probably
that
never
company's
going to be.
probably buying them from eBay and reselling them.
Yep.
Could
To
be.
be honest, though, Joe, those cards will probably never be worth anything.
Well, I know. I just got it just to mess with people.
Yeah, depending on how many are out there. And these days, every collectible that they call collectible, they put millions of them out.
So,
Yeah.
Joe, how fast are they going to ship that bunny to you?
Paul,
Fast as you buy it.
fast as you buy it, Paul.
Yeah, right.
Well, Joe wants to be grandpa of the year, and so his grandbaby wants
No,
that
no.
bunny. Because I got a
Dominic,
note. I got a note from her.
Dominic. Dominic, didn't we just go over this? I said I'm already grandpa of the year, Papa of the
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
just don't listen, does he?
Now, obviously, there's an affiliate link there somewhere.
He's still thinking about those videos. this morning.
Obviously, he got selective hearing.
Yeah.
Paul's got selective attention and selective hearing.
You know what? I'll send her a note and let her know that you're sending it.
And we thought TJ had a problem. TJ, we love you. Yeah, TJ, I thought TJ was gonna get mad at me the other day when he kept making mistakes, saying stuff behind stuff, and I said, TJ, you got two brain cells and one's trying to fight the other one. Stop. I was just
Oh,
doing
he
it out of
takes
love.
it. He takes
That's all.
it in stride.
Yeah, I'm not messing with TJ. He got a potato gun.
Yeah.
He said he's taking that potato gun down to South Florida meetup.
He took it last year, I think.
Did
Yeah, he
he?
did. The
Mm.
last time he went.
Yeah.
The year before.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
I
I'll
think it
bring
was
my
the year
new 9
before.
millimeter, that big 5.2-inch barrel, and I'll say, you show me your gun, and I'll show you mine. My son came in here yesterday and said, where's the gun at? I said, right here. Why? And I handed it to him. He goes, you'll sell this to me, right? I said, yeah, $850. He goes, you paid $400 for it. I said, but I got a $300 sight on. Well, that's only $700. So got to make money. He said, yeah, I'll just wait till you die again.
You ought to tell him, right, fine. I'll put it in my will that I'm leaving it to your other brother.
That's
There
all
you
I
go.
do. Oh, he
Tell
sold,
him
you
your-
heard what he did to his brother?
Oh,
He
back
sold
in
his brother
15.
that AR.
Yeah.
He sold his brother the AR. He told me $700, right?
Mhm.
So his brother says, I'll give you the 7 for it. Then his brother turns around and says, lend me the 700 to me. You know, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to come up with the 700. And I said, dude. And he said, Justin, you're going to bring it to me? He said, when you want it. He said, I'll come up at the end of March. He said, okay. It's 800. He said, you just said 700. He said, well, you got to pay for the gas. So I wasn't putting out the money in the first place. I had to put out $800. He won't even give his brother a break. At least he paid it back already. So it's his gun now.
Uh-huh.
Nick sent me he was sending me 200 every 2 weeks. And when he paid it off, he said, I guess it's mine now. I said, oh, possession is 9/10 of the law, baby.
I mean, you didn't give it him till he finished paying.
Yeah, that's what, no, it's here. He doesn't have it yet. And he said, it's mine now, right? I said, it's paid in full. He said, yeah, it's paid in full, but possession is 9/10 of the law.
You realize both your sons are a lot larger than you, right?
You got a point.
Yeah, well, they don't have the same training.
I think I could take Nick. Justin, I don't think I could.
Well, see,
If
the
you
thing
were to
is,
go out and have to replace that gun you sold your son, what would it cost you to buy it?
I didn't sell them. They sold it to me.
well, the thing is too, is Justin is very well built, and two, he deals with tackling and arresting people all the time, so he's used to that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you might have a tough time with him. He's used
Well,
to fight,
you
putting
weren't
hands on
here.
people.
You weren't here when I told you about what happened. They had he worked Mardi Gras, right? And there was a woman that got in an accident, was drinking. And he walks up and she rolls down the window about 2 inches. And he says, ma'am, you need to get out the car. She goes, I know my rights. I don't have to get out the car. He says, I can smell alcohol. You just got in an accident. Get out the car. You're all right. Like that. She goes, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine, but I'm not getting out the car. He had his gloves on. He reached over, snatched the window out the car, pulled her through it.
That's what I'm
Pull it
saying.
through the window.
Yeah, pulled her through the window. She goes, what are you doing? What are you doing? I told you to get out the car, you know? He said, now you're under arrest. And then they had a guy that had a gun in his pocket at the parade route. And 10 of them walked over there and they asked the guy, what's in your pocket? Like this. And they were all on different angles on him. And the guy has a cell phone in his hand. This is what made it bad. He just drops his cell phone. He starts reaching in his pocket, says the gun. I said, how many of y'all drew? He said, we were in the middle of the crowd. None of us drew. But it took 5 of them to get him on the ground, 6 of them to cuff the guy. And we're not talking little cops. All of them work out weights. The other day, he did a squat, 440-pound squat. Justin did.
Oh yeah, he gonna squat your ass. You get mouthy with him.
Yeah, he needs to send me that video. Let me tell him. You're supposed to send it to me. Let's see. I know you're getting back at me after all years you said I didn't talk to you, but like I said, I'm getting used to you. But you never sent me those 2 videos of you with the weights. He tells everybody, yeah, my dad never talked to me for my first 2 or 3 years. I said, you don't remember? I talked to you all the time. We hung out together. No, you didn't. So I told him the other day he hadn't been over in 2 weeks. I said, you know, I know you're trying to get back at me for that, but since you've been around, I'm starting to get used to you. So
Mhm.
he started laughing when I said that. So we're kind of used to you now, you know. He's getting ready to send them to me.
Yeah, voice to text is gonna get you in trouble one day. It's gonna like rewrite what you say.
Oh,
It's
I know. I
gonna be
watch
like,
it though
bring it
before I
on, little
send
man.
it. Hey, I sent one. Look, you ready for voice to text? I'm in my room when my daughter was still here. She was young. And I'm laying there. It's about 1 in the morning. I hear her text go off. I said, who the hell is she talking to at 1 in the morning? So I go walking in there and she's laying there asleep. She was sleeping because she was spread out all over the bed, right? And the phone's on the thing and I pick it up and it says, send me a picture of your panties. And I looked at it and I said, oh, hell no, like this. So I typed in there, well, I'm her dad and I don't wear panties. So you want a picture of mine?
You should have just sent her
Like
a
that.
picture of yours.
And I sent it back, right? And then I copied it and in voice text, I go to my ex. I will say, your daughter's getting text at 1 o'clock in the morning for them wanting to see your panties like this. And it said, I'm texting you at 1 o'clock in the morning. I want to see your panties to my ex.
Yeah.
She come back and she goes, what the hell? What? I said, hold on. That's not what I said. But the guy got back and said, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. You did mean to say that, and you're not sorry. I just happened to intercept it. I said, I'll
Yeah,
contact your mom in the
sorry.
morning. I knew who it was.
He's sorry. He's sorry that you read it.
That's what I said. I said, you're sorry I intercepted it, you know? And then the best part about it, after I typed all that shit in, I woke her up. I said, what the shit is this? Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to something that I can send it to. Everybody got quiet.
Uh-huh. We're just listening for your roof to come off.
No, it's done. Not even a wind is blowing now.
Yeah.
Watch it. Watch it. Okay, I got him. Let me get him over here. I ain't no roof coming off today. Hold on.
I guess Brenda
Yeah,
must have
well-
got her dog today, huh?
Yeah, Brenda did.
Nice.
Where'd Dominic go?
He said he'd be back in a couple of minutes.
Potty break, huh? Happens to all of us.
Oh, did you put that door up yet, Paul? That you got the other day?
No, I
Yeah,
packaged
he
it
don't
back
like
up.
it.
I'm gonna send it back.
Why?
Don't like it.
It's too dark, he says.
The dog won't go through it. But what I actually did, I packaged it up. It's in its box over there. And since I only paid like 28 bucks for it, I was thinking about saving it till maybe fall and early winter this year and see if I can't we'll see how he's doing then.
It's not gonna get any lighter. Yeah,
Mm,
it'll still be dark.
yeah.
I'd put it up and like I said, open it and walk through it, walk in and out with them a few times.
Well, it's not that
Bring 'em
easy
out
to
with-
walk through.
Oh, it's kind of, it can't be that, it's just magnets.
It's for even for me, it's like I'm going through like this, you know? Where the regular screen door one, you just,
Yeah, well, it's a lot heavier too. It's a thermal
yeah, it
blanket.
is. It's heavy.
Here you go, Justin.
What?
Check the screen.
That's Joe.
440.
When'd you do that?
That's not me, that's Justin.
Justin.
Oh, okay, okay.
I could take him.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
Now look, here's the other one. That's 360.
All I see is Joe up on his shoulders being lifted up. The minute
Yeah.
he gets mouthy.
He's thrown
Look at
across
it,
the room.
that's 360 pounds. No, 330. Take it back, 330. Because 440 with 4 is 330 with that.
So that's 1.5 Joes.
Yeah. Look at that crap. He showed me that and said, yeah, I used to do that. This is the one that gets me.
Is he wearing a back brace?
I'll tell you in a
I
minute.
hope so. It's
Nope.
really not smart to be lifting that kind of weight, even if you can. Oh, the back brace, huh?
Yeah, I don't think he's got, he might have one under that. I doubt it though. No, they're not wearing one. I guarantee he's not wearing one. And I don't know who that is, but he's at a
Yeah,
different
that's,
gym he used to
yeah.
go to.
If you look at a lot of the professional lifters, they always have those back braces on because it's
Yeah, I always had a back
Smart
brace when
thing
I did
too.
it.
unless he's got something on under his shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because there's something right here. See
Yeah, it
right
looks
there?
like he might have a belt around there, his back there.
Yeah. But that's 440. I used to do the leg presses on my back. We did the leg presses and I did 785. And the most I ever benched was 3. But up until about 4 years ago, my arms were still bigger than his arms.
Keep trying to talk yourself into getting your ass beat.
Ain't no fighting. If I gotta fight him, I'll get the gun.
Hmm.
What the shit?
Brenda said I did, Justin. She's so sweet, still partially sedated. How long does that shit last for? Like an all-day thing or whatever when they sedate them? Does it take like all day for them to recoup from that or what? Talking about the dog.
Takes them the rest of their lives. Where's me bollocks gone?
Wow, what a difference a couple of days make. Hold on a minute. Trying to make this bigger. Won't go bigger. Can't get it bigger. There you go. Look at this. Remember I told you it was going around the boat launch, right? That's surveillance cameras out by the lighthouse that the police put up. Look at the water coming over here flooding.
Was it so it went up over the water? Is
Yeah, it was a water spout that after they got on land, it came over behind the what? See where I'm at now? It came in behind there on land and became a tornado. But this is on the outskirts. This is a little bit south of it. But look at this. This right here, that's where we were taking pictures the other day. That's
Oh,
terrible.
is that you flying that, Joe?
No, that's you're not listening. That's the surveillance camera the police have up.
Oh, okay.
She got to wear a
Yeah.
cone for a couple days, Brenda?
But look at that. That's all flooded. That's about a foot of water right there. And I was standing right there by that edge. That is tough.
Yeah, that's a question I have too, Justin. Is Angel got one of those dog cones on for a few days or what?
I'd assume so,
should.
because they don't want them licking their stitches and all that. I'm surprised they didn't just keep her until she healed up and then gave her to her. But... See, the last couple dogs I had, they were already fixed like way before I adopted them, so I didn't have to go through all that.
Yeah, that's like Booner.
Because like here, like I said, unless there's a medical issue where they have to put the dog down or it's aggressive and they have to find a special place to take it, they don't do the stuff on it. Otherwise, all the dogs, they automatically just do the procedures on them. Because like I said, the sheriff's big on like not killing animals. He doesn't just kill them just because they can't find a home for them right away.
Hey, that's Johnny's brother-in-law. That's a cop in Madisonville. Sent Johnny the video from the surveillance cam out there. I gotta tell Johnny something. I gotta say, Johnny, you gotta make sure you don't pee by your car now. Because the surveillance camera is right where we park. And he goes on the other side of the car and pees. So now he's right in the surveillance camera.
But she might have.
It's legal to pee against the rear offside tire of your car.
Out in public.
It's an old stagecoach law that was never rescinded. Well, it is here anyway.
Well, the rain stops. I may go down to the lakefront,
Go look and
and
see
try
what
to
the
fly
damage
and
is.
show all the board over the lakefront again. I got a couple of hours.
I think go down there and catch whatever damage there might have been too.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's it. Put the drone up in the air and follow the path of destruction.
Yeah. Just typed to John. I said, he answered the lakefront's flooding. I said, yep, it is. I said, and with those cameras out there by the lighthouse, now we need to watch where we pee. We'll be out there and we'll be peeing between the car. And the cop shows up and says, "Why are you peeing between the car?"
Sarah got me a
It's
new
still
pair of
raining.
sunglasses.
Just when I said that, it started raining again. he, he said, "No crap." Well, at least now they're facing the water. Yeah, it started raining hard again, so I ain't going out yet.
Sarah got me a new pair of sunglasses the other day. They're
Yeah,
they're the Oakley Hallbrook.
please.
We know it's sunny in Florida.
So you saw that picture she showed you with the where the water's at, right? Until he's all flooded. It's right there. That's where we were the other day. It's got about a foot of water right there now, coming over that.
Oh,
I think my most expensive sunglasses are my Julbo
my dad had a couple of pairs.
for skiing.
I can't remember what brand they were, but they were 24 karat plated and they were really expensive. I remember he paid like over $1,000 a pair for them.
Shit.
I can't remember what the damn name brand was. It was some high-end brand. But yeah, they were the frames were actually 24 karat plated and they had a lifetime warranty and everything on them. Because he had to send them in a couple of times because he accidentally broke them.
That's pretty good. That's a good warranty.
But they were, like I said, he spent over $1,000 on one pair of sunglasses. He had two pairs.
I had a pair when I worked EMS. That was actually a pair that went over my regular glasses. And they cost me like about $65. This was back in the 90s.
Mm.
And it had a lifetime warranty on them. If anything happened, just send them back and they give me another one. And I wore those EMS all the time, and it was a sunglass, but it was like an orange. So what it did, you wear them in the daytime, and it just changed the color. The color actually didn't change that much in the daytime. Colors look normal. At nighttime, you can see better. But it just it was polarized and everything like that. And I used to wear those things all the time. I had an orange stethoscope. I had the orange sunglasses to match, almost match. I had the darker orange. And then I'd go out there with all my stuff on, and everybody would see me from a distance and know who I was. They used to call me Robo EMT. So they know who was on the scene as soon as they looked out there. I don't know what happened to them. I broke them about 4 times, sent them in and got another pair within a week. I don't know what happened. If you scratch them, send them back to give you a new one. I don't know what I did with them. But it was nice being on the street all the time, and you have something. I could just stick them on and not worry about them. And it served two. It was something to do with EMS. I bought them through a company that worked with EMS because it was almost like wearing the gauze you wear when you're dealing with a lot of blood so it don't splash. So it sealed the area. So if you was dealing with a gunshot and something was splashing and it hit you on the glasses, it couldn't get in your eyes. That's why I bought them. But they were like 85 bucks. That was expensive back then. But it made you look cool.
I want the ones that, let's see if I can find them.
Ones with the camera.
No,
No, Ray
Don't they
Ban.
have one now? Don't they have one now that is like a computerized? It works.
so
That
it's
you
like
look up at the
these,
screens and you can read them.
oh wow, they got some, I mean, those are ugly, but
I think I think that's the new Ray Ban.
That might be the Ray-Bans I'm talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Ray-Bans. Those are the Meta glasses, the ones that they did the co-op with Facebook on.
Yeah. Chuck's got a pair. Chuck Kovac.
No, I want the pair that has the adjustable shade where you use the app and you can actually adjust how dark you want the glasses just by doing a
Nice.
slider bar on the app.
Uh-huh.
And they work. Like I've seen videos of people doing unboxings and stuff of them, and like it is 100% noticeable when you slide that bar. It goes to almost nothing to like almost limo tint dark in seconds. Like the minute you move that slider, it gets, you'll see it change on the sunglasses. Yeah, I'm trying to find. Oh yeah, right here. Look at this, Joe. And then they do change like that too.
Wow.
And you can you download the app and it has a slider so you can adjust it. And it's got like presets and different things. Or you can
Yeah.
just do it right on the side of the glasses. But when I watch some unboxing videos of people reviewing them, I mean, like I said, there's no delay. The minute you hit that slider, you can see it happening right on the lenses.
Of course, you when you've got the darkest tint on it, you can't see your bloody phone to do it.
You darken it as you're walking across the street.
Mm.
But no, I think that's a really cool because you know there are some times where you walk into like a shaded area or something, or
Yeah.
it'd be nice to be able to adjust the darkness on it. And they're not that expensive. I mean, they're expensive, but they're not. I mean, for the good pair, they're about $200. Now there are some like knockoff pairs on Amazon that I saw for like 40, 50. I don't know how well they work, but if you want the like good brands, they're about 150 to 250 for a pair.
Of course, reactor lights do that automatically.
You know, you're talking about kind of the transitions, like
Yeah.
transition lenses. Yeah, but the problem with transition lenses though is some of them it takes forever for them to lighten back up when you go inside a building.
Yeah, they go dark quick, but they don't lighten quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are bad. I used to have them. I didn't like them. I liked them, but I didn't like them.
I got a pair of reading glasses with transitions that I don't really use anymore because the lenses are really scratched on them. But
I got to make a decision that by the end of this year. I'm actually thinking about going do it before football season. I got a cataract in one eye, and they said I technically have them in both. They said they're not. One of them is bad enough. The right eye is bad enough that they want to do the surgery now. And I got to make a decision what kind of lens I want now for distance or close. You know.
Distance.
Well, that's what I'm
Seriously,
thinking. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
don't make the same mistake Lloyd did.
Yeah, because I could always wear reading glasses if I need them.
yeah, and you're
Because
going to
my
be
thing is,
using your
yeah.
distance more when you're driving and shit.
And yeah, my distance more when I'm taking pictures too.
Plus, then you'll have an excuse when the cop pulls you over. I couldn't see my speedometer.
Ah,
I thought I was doing
I don't think
60.
it's
I
that
didn't
bad.
know.
Now they do make a progressive that they can put in there, but they charge you for it.
Oh, of course they're going to.
Yeah, it's not covered under the most insurances, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, and it all depends on which way you're looking as well. You have to look down to do the reading. You can't read anything that's up.
Well, it's
Yeah.
one of those things that insurance companies look at it as it's not a necessity, it's more of a convenience.
Yeah.
Convenience.
Did you see what Drone Shots put in the chat? A lady
We
was
saw the
picked
thing.
up by a tornado and was thrown a quarter mile.
That's all. It's a good look.
That happens
We're
all the
not
time
in
with tornadoes.
Kansas anymore.
I'm
Auntie
flying,
Ellen.
I'm flying.
Hey, Jody, are you
Dude,
drinking? You watch The Wizard of
I
Oz
have
lately?
never had a broken rib, but I've always been told that is the most worst bone to break in your body.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because they say there's no comfortable position, there's nothing they can do besides load you up on painkillers. And
Breaking
just
your thumb doesn't do you any good either.
Honestly, I've had a broken wrist, I've had a broken thumb. If you actually look at my two thumbs side by side, you can see one of them's cocked out about
Wow.
5 degrees than the other one. You can clearly see it when you put them side by side. You can tell that I broke my other thumb. And I've had a broken arm. Like, I've had plenty of broken bones, but I've never had any like a collarbone or like a rib or anything like that. But a couple of my uncles had broken collarbones and ribs from doing motocross back in the day. That's how I got into it. And they tell me, man, they told me horror stories. They said there is no comfortable position when you get a broken rib or a collarbone. They say it's just so
Only
uncomfortable.
broke one bone in my body, and that's the bone that goes between your wrist and your little finger.
Okay.
I broke
Yeah.
my collarbone in the Marine Corps, and I broke my rib a few years later. And I tell you what, the collarbone was terrible. I mean, it hurt, and then everything got numb. The arm and everything got numb, and then they set it, and it hurt for about 3 weeks. But the rib, all I'm telling you is when you break a rib and you stretch all those muscles, it affects your breathing, it affects everything. The way you sit.
Yeah.
Oh, think about if you
Hurt.
get into a coughing fit or something.
Well,
Oh
just
God,
even when you sit, I imagine you can't twist like this, you know?
you can't do anything.
Now,
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you all this. I'll tell you this. You'll clip it.
Yeah,
I
we'll
was going to
clip
say, I'll always say I didn't say it, but y'all clip it. I know you will.
All right,
I'm gonna
just,
say it anyway.
Going, Jody.
no, just call
I
me
had-
on
when I-
Messenger and I'll clip it in private.
Yeah, we'll clip it in private.
When I had open heart surgery, okay? When they opened me up, when I woke up,
Oh, yeah,
I remember laying there feeling, I was under still and feeling just the pain I was in. And I had tears. I was crying. I knew I was crying. And my wife said, she looked at me and she said, I thought you were dying the way you looked. You know, I said, well, I'm glad I didn't see what I looked like. But when you get home, they give you a pillow that looks like a heart. And they
Yeah.
tell you, if you've got a cough, squeeze it and cough. All I'm telling you is when I knew I had to cough, I had tears in my eyes.
Yeah,
That's how bad it hurt.
you hug it and squeeze it,
Yeah.
and then you cough, right?
And it don't
Yeah.
help. It doesn't help. I was taking everything I could to not be congested. Because if you start coughing, oh Lord, that
Oh,
hurts.
could you
'Cause
imagine
you could feel it separate.
Could you imagine getting like
Hiccups.
pneumonia while you had a broken rib? Oh, for fuck's
Oh.
sake!
Yeah.
Oh my
hiccups.
God.
Yeah. But I
Oh.
definitely remember that. That was
So,
not one of the most loving experiences.
the first time I ever got admitted to the hospital was back about 8 years ago, and I had a bad case of pneumonia. And I was in the hospital for 3 days, and I was just coughing non-fucking stop for 4 days, doing breathing treatments and everything else. Oh my God, it was so annoying. But at least the first 4 days I had it, it was just really bad, just non-stop coughing.
We had a nurse came in there and I was congested. I couldn't cough it up the first night. So she suctioned it out, right? and she put the suction down, and I reached over and got the suction, put it next to me. And she goes, well, put it back over here. And I said, leave it right there. And she looked at me like I was crazy. I said, just leave it right there. Because if I can't cough it up and you're not in here, I can do it. I work EMS. I said, I got this, you know? And she would laugh. She said, really? I said, if it gets stuck, I'll get it out. And sure enough, I was suctioning myself because I wasn't going to cough. Because it hurt so bad. I just took
Clip
it,
that.
got it out, you know? It was a lot better.
I could take that whole last 3 sentences and break it up to a nice little. He just said he just suctioned himself.
Yep. That's it.
There you go.
This is the gold finger on a whole nother level. Yeah, I tell you, she laughed at me. At this nurse, I had her for 2 nights in a row. And she looked like she might have been about 24, 25 years old.
Oh,
my
you got
God.
that one.
She,
You get that
she
one as
had,
well.
she had halfway see-through clothes. And my wife came in the second night. When she came in and looked over, and my wife looks over at me and she goes, "Well, you enjoying this, huh?" I said, "Mm-hmm." I said, "If I gotta lay here hurting, I'm gonna enjoy it." Because she was giving me sponge baths and everything else. I'm gonna enjoy every second of this.
We got rain coming here all weekend.
Raining here.
I was just about over.
Hey, the way I look at it is if you could get a nurse at a hospital to go out on a date with you after seeing you at your absolute worst, then you're the man.
Yeah, I'll tell you. You got a definitely point.
Mhm. Paul, you deleted that live stream from this morning, right?
Yeah,
What's that?
You deleted that live stream from this morning?
not listening.
Well, I've got some sound coming out of my little
Oh, here we go again.
thingy sound bar, but it's not very loud and it's not very good, but I can understand everybody.
Turn your volume button up on your monitor.
I did. It's up
Is
all
that-
the way.
Is there a volume switch on the sound
Sound
bar?
bar?
Yeah,
The volume button?
it's up all the way too.
Could be that sound bar is just taking a shit on you. I don't know.
Nah.
'Cause the other day it was just because you pushed the button, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. What you need to do is just scrap all that old computer shit you got and just get a new computer. Get you an iMac.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got some updates.
You're only telling him to get an iMac so that you don't have to teach him how to do stuff anymore.
Exactly.
Yep.
Let somebody else figure that out. It's Dominic's turn.
Yep. I'll take it.
Well, somebody brought up to me that maybe I should have an estate sale and get rid of some of my stuff.
Justin said that 2 years ago.
I
Yeah.
did. I said that a long time ago. I was like, and then that would put some money in your pocket. I mean, shit, it's not like you got anybody to leave it to, so.
The only problem, you better have somebody there that could watch your stuff. You can't do it by yourself.
Well,
Yeah, what you-
there's companies that do estate sales, isn't there?
Yeah, but they're going to take a huge percentage. What you do is when you do an
Mhm.
estate sale, you put like, you get like those little round stickers and you tell them everything that has a sticker on it's for sale. If it doesn't, it's not.
But then he's got people in and out the house and you don't know what they're gonna pick
But-
up when they walk in and out.
Yeah, so you just gotta watch. You probably would want to have one or two people there helping you out. Just to kind of
Security
walk around
guards.
and pay attention and all that.
Like that great big huge snow blower.
Or
And I
sit-
can't handle that big ass snow blower. I
either
need
that
snow.
or you set up a table outside in your driveway and have a yard sale and take shit out of the house and put it out there.
That's a young man's game. That's not an old man's
Yeah.
game.
So you don't know any of the neighborhood kids around there that help you for like $20? Dude, you got a lot of good, nice shit in there that I've seen that people will buy.
Justin, how many kids do you have running around your neighborhood that's looking for a little job? Mom and dad pay them all the money they need.
I
They
know
don't
where all
need
the
to work.
kids live at, but if I was thinking about giving them some money to do
Well,
something.
you're a different generation. So am I. We used to go around looking for jobs to mow lawns and whatever. I've never had anybody come and ask me to mow my lawn. Ever.
Interesting.
Well, like I said, I don't know. Do you have Skip anybody? I mean,
Skip's in Montana visiting his son.
Okay.
He'll be back.
get a hold of Nunya. See if Nunya will come over and help you. He's only like 30 minutes from me, if that. He's like 20, 30 minutes from me. Maybe he'll come over and help you.
I was just thinking about wheeling it out to the curb and let anybody take whatever they want.
No.
Well, that don't give
Just
you any.
throwing it away. You got a lot of money in there. If you could wheel it out to the curb, you could wheel it in your driveway and sell it.
True that. That is true. That's a good point.
Yeah. He's making
Either-
excuses.
You either go out there and if you got some of those fold out tables, you set those up or just set some blankets on the ground and lay the shit out. And then just let people come up. People love yard sales, then. I'll drive by people's house having yard sales and there'll be like 40 cars parked outside their fucking house.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they don't want to pay a lot of money for things. That's the thing.
Yeah, but it's this is the thing, either Paul holds on to it, throws it away, or makes a few dollars off it and gets something in his pocket.
How much that snow blower worth?
I paid $795 for it.
Does it work?
Yeah,
So you put
it
Well,
still,
400
yeah,
on
it
it.
still looks like new.
So you ought to be able to get 500 for it.
Oh, you put 500 and let somebody talk you down 100 or so.
Did you
It
put it
will-
on Facebook?
It'd
No.
work. It'd work.
Put
if
it on
Paul could get
Facebook
it
for
started.
600. And let him
Well,
talk you
just
down to
so much.
500.
You can't get it started.
He said it works. Does it start?
Yep.
Okay. Put it
Well,
on
it doesn't
Facebook
matter.
for 600.
The thing is, it doesn't matter if it starts or not. There's plenty of guys out there that will know how to fix it and will buy it anyway. Like, dude, I sold 2 different lawnmowers that didn't run. And one of the guys showed up and he said, I don't care if it doesn't run. He goes, I'll fix it. And he didn't even talk me down. I just said $50 for the lawnmower. And he gave me $50. He didn't even talk me down. He said, don't worry, I'll get it running. A guy that's on Facebook shopping for shit like that usually knows. they're
Knows
either
what it's
gonna leave-
worth for one and how to fix it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the first thing I'd do. I'd take a good picture of it, a really good picture of it, put it on Facebook Market and say 600 or best offer.
I
Somebody
got,
call you and say,
I
give
got,
you- give you
I got
5.
bags and bags of cables, great big long cables.
What kind
And
of cables?
I've got baskets and baskets of it. I've just got to throw them in a trash bag and take them out to the curb.
He's got a bunch
What
of
kind of
brand new.
cables?
What?
What kind of cables?
Like for TV and aerial and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that shit's all.
Yeah.
Black cable.
Yeah, that ain't gonna make money.
No, I'm not going to sell it. I just need to take it to the curb and get rid of it.
But the
like
snow
behind-
blower, like I said, best offer 600 or best offer, get 500 for it.
Just
You're
like
not gonna use it.
People like a kitchen appliances, and you got a whole bunch of them right behind that big ass TV just sitting there, brand new ones.
Yep.
that You've
Yep.
never even used.
You find out what you pay, if you know what you paid for it, put about 70% on it or best offer.
Well, you know, I've got another monitor over here, another one of these monitors sitting over there on the side of the couch. I almost took it out to the curb today for the trash.
Why? Does it work?
What do I need another monitor for?
Well, in case one of those go down, you got monitors not doing the sound.
Yeah, but I don't want to screw around with, you've seen all the different snakes that I got going here. I don't want to mess around with it and then end up with nothing working.
But if your monitor goes down, you got to mess around with it. So you have the monitor. Is it in your way? Is where it's at? Is it in your way?
No, it's tucked around the other
Yeah.
side of the couch over there.
That's it. If it's not in your way, in case your monitor goes down, it's you to throw it away would be really not a good idea. Because if you need a monitor, then you got to go buy a monitor, and it's not in your way. And if it goes down, the other monitor, you're gonna have to move with it anyway. Right now, it's good where it's at.
What about
sell
your
it.
what about your upstairs neighbor? She can physically help you take stuff out and set it up in the driveway, right?
He died.
No, not him.
Hey,
The
Ugh.
wife.
We know he died.
She's got a bad back.
Oh, no.
And the kids come and go and they don't stay.
Oh. Yeah.
And she's got a relationship going with a guy that's addicted to drugs and he's in rehab right now.
Oh,
Wow.
she moved on quick, didn't she?
So
Didn't she? Either that or she had that before he died.
But,
Dominic, where are you headed?
I'm heading to the supermarket on the Sunday morning again. The usual Sunday morning.
Oh yeah, Sunday morning shopping, right?
Yeah, because he hits up all the clearance shit.
Yeah. It's become a bit.
Do they know you in there so they get all the clearance shit together for you?
No, they basically a whole clearance, it's a whole clearance supermarket. The whole supermarket's clearance.
Okay.
So
What
rather than
what do you do? Buy up the beef and the eggs and all that kind of stuff? And
Yeah, that's right,
I've
Joe.
been-
You
I haven't seen eggs there yet. I've
that's
been
right,
doing this
Joe.
8 or 9 months.
Joe,
Yeah.
you want to clear out a house real quick? Just let a crackhead loose in it. They'll clear everything out for you.
well, be careful with him coming over and staying upstairs. Because if somebody knows about that, they hit that house, it's gonna affect you too.
well, the police have already been there twice.
Upstairs,
Yeah.
that ain't good.
Interesting.
Well, I got 18 to 29-mile-an-hour winds.
Send it.
Need to find out if the lakefront, well, the lakefront, it's not raining. If the lakefront is underwater and water waves coming over, I might go do it.
Yep.
Is it thundering or anything outside though? or
No,
is
I
it
mean,
still
it's
cloudy?
everything, it's even, it says 18. I mean, my tree's not even moving. I don't know where they're getting this from.
Is it cloudy still or what?
It's overcast, but it's not like, it's not raining.
Yeah, but are you still in the nasty part of the storm?
No,
You're on the other
it's
side.
gone.
So you're on the other side.
Yep.
Just be careful. Be careful of the whip.
Yeah, the wind's the only thing right now.
There's
Still
my
got
big
wind.
snow blower right there.
That's the one you're talking about?
Yep.
Take a good picture of it, stick it on what you call it, Marketplace. Tell them, runs like new, 600 the best offer. Somebody will come in and buy it. Should have sold that 3 weeks ago.
See this box right here?
No, what buy? Oh, yeah.
It's got a brand new bumper for the back of the truck, never been out of the box.
Yeah,
Well,
see, the
why
problem,
why do you have a brand new bumper when you have a bumper?
Well, because it had a little bit of rust on it and I didn't like it, so I bought the bumper and there it sits.
problem with the snow blower though, Joe, is you're right, is it's a little late to try to sell one.
Wrong time of year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody might try to still buy it, but if if you would have sold it at the beginning of the year,
You could have
Like
got
the beginning
probably
of the
600
season.
for it.
And then I got all kinds of tools in this toolbox here.
any tools, shit like that, that shit would
But
sell
here's
quick.
here's what Jim is supposed to come up tomorrow afternoon. He's going to let me know what he thinks about this. I've never had this gas leak here before.
That's a gas leak?
I think it's gas. Yep.
Seems
What do you
weird
Can you
mean?
that-
smell it? Can you
Yeah.
smell gas?
Well, I was going to go out and try and light it.
Oh, if it's a gas leak, it doesn't need to be in your garage.
Yeah, if that gas fills up the garage, any spark could blow the whole thing up.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm
I
saying.
got a great big ladder here up on the wall that I'm not
He
getting on the
he
ladder.
ignored that. If that's a gas leak, Paul, you need to put that thing out in your driveway.
Why? I got a
James,
gas. I
just
got a
said it.
gas heater out here in this garage.
You got a what?
Gas heater out here in the garage.
It doesn't matter. If somehow that thing ignites, the fumes can go out to that gas heater, catch on that gas heater, bring it right back to the car.
What?
The fumes
That's
will
a-
ignite
that's-
faster than the liquid.
Have you noticed your gas has been emptying quicker in your car?
No, I don't notice it, but that little area there was about half that size a week ago.
You probably
Boy.
got your fucking gas tank's probably rusted
All right,
out.
he means a petrol leak, not a gas leak. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
fumes from that
I
will
thought you
go
meant
through that
gas
door
as
and
in-
ignite.
Gas, not petrol.
No, if it was like a natural gas leak, his best bet would just be call the gas company.
Yeah.
But
And I wouldn't
sometimes,
park that car in the garage. No.
sometimes those gas technicians, even though it's on your side, if it's like just a simple fix, sometimes they'll fix it anyway for you. Just because, you know.
It's obviously a leak of some fluid.
Well,
Like-
it either could be a leak, or you got to remember that's a 2015 Tahoe.
Yeah, your gas tank's probably
So
got
the
a
gas tank could have a rusted a hole in it or whatever.
It's probably rusted out somewhere. Especially in the
You didn't
area
hit
you're
anything,
in with
right?
snow and
You didn't-
salt and everything.
Drive over anything. You didn't drive over anything and hit it, right?
But the thing is his area that he lives in, it wouldn't be completely uncommon for a gas tank to rust through over time.
Yeah, salt in the road and everything.
Mm.
But I would, if he could smell gas, I'd go down there and at least stick my finger in and smell it.
Well,
make sure
the
it's
sad
gas.
part of it is I don't have that good a whiffer.
Well, still, if you think it's gas, it needs to be out in your driveway until you know for sure.
Yeah,
Who's coming to look at it tomorrow?
Jim.
He's coming
Jim.
tomorrow. Gonna look at it.
Jim's a
Jim-
mechanic.
Oh, Jim from Canada?
Jim's down in Warren, just south of me.
Oh, okay, he's in Michigan, okay.
The
Yeah.
only problem is like he said to me, he says, well, you know, I got a bad hip and everything else, but he says, I'll see what I can figure out. But he's an ace mechanic.
He might bring somebody with him or something.
Mm.
Because it might be as simple as putting like a patch over it, you know?
Yeah.
Little JB weld over it and patch it.
Oh, hell no. I wouldn't trust JB Weld.
Well, they got other stuff. When I bought
Yeah,
my
or-
Lincoln, I didn't notice that they had a crack in the back of the top of the manifold where the thermostat was. I didn't see it until I went to get it flushed out, and then the guy showed it to me. And I said, okay, don't worry about it. Don't flush it because I didn't want to put the pressure through it. I went home and I sat there and I said, okay, how do I kind of fix this? Because it looked like they had JB Weld on it. Because I had to go, I was getting ready to leave to go to Pensacola the next day. And I said, I don't want to drive it on a highway that long. I said, I got an idea. I got a beer can, cut a piece of aluminium off, and did a little strip, right? And I went out there and measured it to where it would wrap around 3/4 of the way. And then I pasted JB Weld all up in that sucker. And then I stuck it against it. And then I ran a twist tie around it. I mean, a zip tie around it and pulled it and got it tight. Got out, and I did that early in the day. Got there the next morning, left the twist tie was still on, it was working. That thing stayed on there for about 4 years. Didn't give me another problem.
Yeah,
Joel said, yeah, it could be a rusted gas line as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a gas line, easy. But I would not leave it in your garage because if enough fumes get in the garage and it happens to seep out to that gas heater could ignite the fumes to come right back into the car. That's worse than drop. If you got a bucket of gasoline, you throw a match in it, it's going to go out. If you got a full gas tank and you drop a match in, it's going to go out. But if you have a gas tank that's half full and you drop a match in, it's going to explode. It's because of the what you call it,
because of the
the
oxygen.
fumes. The fumes that would ignite.
The oxygen, the petrol fumes that are stuck in the
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah, that's what's going to ignite.
And it's quite easy for a tank to rust nowadays because a lot of petrol tends to have water in it and the water goes to the bottom of the tank.
Yep. And they got salt. They put salt down on the roads up there for the snow, so the snow rusts the bottom of the cars
Well,
out too.
and it's a retired police vehicle.
Well, that has nothing to do with it.
No, but what I mean is they didn't just put it in the garage someplace. They drove that sucker out in all kinds of weather.
But it was
Yeah.
also regular
They
maintenance
also
too, so I
maintained
don't
it,
think
yeah.
that's anything to do with it. That's better
Yeah,
maintenance. That's better maintenance than you would do to it.
Yeah, police vehicles tend to have really good maintenance records. That's why so many people buy them at auctions and stuff. 'Cause they
Yeah,
get
I
really
keep
good
looking
deals on
for.
'em.
I keep
Guy
looking for
Fly
a
says
Crown Vic
he's
police.
got a similar truck and his gas tank is made out of plastic.
There are not very many police departments using Crown Vics anymore. I haven't seen one in a long time. A lot of them are using Impalas or they use Chargers. Seem
Well,
to be
this was a
popular one.
command. This was a command car.
And then they use
Yeah,
the three that I mainly see around here is Impalas, Chargers, and then they use the Ford Explorers that are all decked out for police. You know, those are special ones that police interceptors.
That's a different Impala to the one that was a pickup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a little four-door car, Chevy Impala. And the Malibu is the same exact car. It's just a different name badge on it. The Malibus and the Impalas looked identical when you got into them. If you drove an Impala for 3-4 years and then all of a sudden you got into somebody's Malibu, it'd be like you were sitting in your Impala. They were fucking identical on the inside and outside, except for they just had different names on them. That was it.
And were they both Chevys or was one?
Yeah, they were both Chevy.
Yeah.
They just rebranded it to.
Right.
They just rebranded, made two different vehicles out of one, but it was technically the same damn car, really. Oh, dude, the other day I was on the bus, right? And we're going, and I got the back window down because it was really nice out. We had the air off, so I had the back window down. And all of a sudden, this fucking state trooper comes by with a scat pack by the fucking bus, dude. So fucking loud. Bus driver was like, "What the fuck was that?" Like, you didn't see that state trooper race by us, and he come flying up next to the bus, whoa, fucking roaring.
It's like Justin, that one, he got his car back, by the way. He's out of his suspension and with the car and now he's got everything back. But he had that chase that one night where they were chasing two guys that were running from Covington trying to get back to New Orleans. And I saw the body cam, and what caught my attention was how fast you saw the traffic light do that. I said, dude, how fast? I said, that was traffic lights? He says, yeah. I said, where were you at? He said, 190. I said, how fast were you going? 140.
Yeah, all the state troopers in my area, every one of them's in a damn scat pack. And they're
Those
all
are
fucking
fast, man.
decked out too.
And you're not outrunning them.
No, and that's why because they're highway, they have the really decked out fucking cars.
Yeah.
And them things are loud as fuck, dude. I mean, it just sounds like any other buddy's scat pack that's aftermarket, fucking exhausts and everything else on it. I mean,
I like
it's
I
loud
like
as fuck.
I like the way they do police cars in Dubai.
Yeah.
Like Ferraris and shit.
Ferraris,
Oh
Lamborghinis,
my
Porsche 911s,
Yeah.
Rolls Royces.
And I realize they got the money for that, but at the end of the day, that's so stupid.
I know.
Because it's like the maintenance on those type of vehicles are so insane. Like I just don't see how that's even if you have the money, I just don't see that being that's kind of stupid in my book.
No, they don't
I mean,
want- if anything goes wrong with one, they just scrap it and buy a new one.
well, what I'm saying is there's a lot of cars out there that are way cheaper that have just as much power. I mean, you put a Hellcat
Oh yeah.
again on a track with some of those Porsches and shit, and it will hold its own, and it doesn't cost half of that fucking price of that car.
Or even the
Joe
Subaru,
wrote you a message there, Paul.
Subaru Impreza and the Mitsubishi Evo.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
They're both rally cars, but they're on the
Yeah.
road.
But that's what I'm saying. The maintenance cost and just the cost of the car, period, is like, a quarter of what you'd pay for a fucking high end Ferrari or something. That's why I just, like I said, even if I was worth $1 billion, I don't think I would want to own a Ferrari. Just after watching WikiLeaks for so many years on YouTube and hearing the constant maintenance stories from those guys, I'm like, fuck that bullshit. And then some of them are so expensive that the insurance will only tell you can only drive it so many miles a year. So you're not even allowed to, you can't just drive it. If if you have the money, you can't just drive it as a daily driver if you want, because they'll say, oh, you can't drive it more than 5,000 or 10,000 miles a year because they don't want to insure it. They don't want to take the chance of you wrecking it.
Maybe he's on move the car.
Yeah, I'd rather get me like a Subaru from the 90s or something and just spend 20, 30 grand and just deck it the fuck out.
Yeah.
Justin had a call on it was the last shift he was on. Had to be Thursday. There was a girl that called up. It was a keeping the peace call where she was moving out of her house because she had a disability check, and it seems like the mom and the sister was living off that disability check, off of her disability check, and she had enough of it, and it was something to do with that. So she said, I'm leaving the house and all of this, and they told her she couldn't take her stuff out the house. So Justin went over there and looked at the license, and the license had the address, said that she was a resident there. And it was the mama's house, but on the license says she's a resident there. And they called up, and the sister said, and they didn't know Justin was there. The sister said, if you come over, try to take some of the stuff in the house, we'll shoot you. Like that. Yeah. Because they didn't want to lose that income, right? So Justin says, come on, we're going. So she said, I'm bringing the police with me. She says, bring the police. I don't care. So Justin goes over there, and the lady's not going to open the house, right? And the mom's a paraplegic. So she's not at the door. The caretaker's at the door. And the caretaker says, I'm not going to let you in, and starts to close the door. And Justin puts his hand in the door and says, you're going to open the door, or I'm going to let her break the door down because she could kick it in or whatever she wants to do. It's her residence. And if I got to get back up here, we'll break it down, like this. So she opens the door and goes in, and the mom says, what's going on? So I came to get my stuff. So the sister comes in and blocks Justin and the girl in the driveway, and comes in and starts raising all kind of hell. And first off, the caretaker started mouthing off to the girl, and he told her, you're not going to talk to her. Go stand over there. If you keep messing with her during this, I'll arrest you. I'm here to make sure she can get her stuff and go. The sister comes in and starts raising hell. He told the sister, you're going to shut up and go in the back too. So he got them all calmed down and back away from everybody. So the girl gets all her stuff, packs up her car, getting ready to leave. Justin says, you need to move your car. She says, I'm not moving it. I don't care. I'm not moving it like this. He says, I'm going to give you about a minute and a half to move your car, or I'm going to take my push bumper and move your car. Like that. So he called in and said, move it. He goes up, put it against both her doors, pushed it across the street, and they got out the driveway and left.
Well, that's the
Pushed it
thing
sideways
too.
across the street.
If the girl was a resident and they close the door, she can give your son permission to kick the door in.
Oh,
That's
I
all
know.
he needs. He just needs a permission from somebody that lives there. He doesn't need
Yeah.
it from everybody that lives there, just one.
He told the girl, you're gonna go stand right over there where I can watch you. She said, I don't have to stand there. He said, no, you're gonna stand right there, or I'm gonna put you in cuffs. That's what he told her, the sister. He said, because I heard you tell her that if she came to get the stuff, you were gonna shoot her. And I don't know if you have a weapon in this house or not. So for my protection, you're not moving from right there. And he said, if you start moving, I'll just cuff you. And if you resist me, I will arrest you. Period. So she stood there and was quiet. Then at the end, she said, I'm not moving the car. And then he said, well, then I'll move it. Yeah.
You know
He
what I
said
would have done?
cars move really easy sideways.
You know what I would have done is I'd have just had the car impounded, made her pay a
Yeah.
bunch of money.
Yeah, just get somebody to come and tow it away.
Yep. Put her ass in
He
handcuffs
could,
for not wanting to move the car, take her to jail, impound the fucking
he,
car.
he could have
She'll
got
learn
her
real
for
fucking quick.
obstruction. He could have arrested her for obstruction. He could have impounded the car, everything.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would have done. And the minute I had to go to the point where I was going to have to use my car to move it, that's when she would have been arrested in the back of the car and her car would have been impounded and she'd been going to jail. I wouldn't even went
Yep.
that far.
Well, there's no way that you can put the bars against the doors of a car, push it sideways without damaging it.
There's no
Oh,
damage
yeah.
on it. My uncle did that twice at the racetrack. I've seen it. In the older cars, he had a bumper on the front of his, like a push bumper. And what it does, they set it up right on the beams and push it, and nothing pushes in.
Nah.
I saw my uncle do that in the racetrack. Somebody blocked him in one day, and he backed it up a little bit, got it right on the beam, slid it across, got out. And I looked over the car, and there was no damage. He said, yeah, they do that. They block me in. I'll move them. And it was like I said, the push bumpers that the police use out here. It's little thin strips, and what they do is they get it right on the two door beams, and do it like that. And it's somehow he said it doesn't damage it because it's got enough. It varies the pressure right there. But of course, sideways, unless it's in mud, if it's on any concrete, just slides real easy. Now you can't push it from the back. You push it from the back, then you're gonna have a big problem. Probably tear your own car up.
Shit, here, the state trooper cars, they got the big ass fucking wraparound bumpers. Like they
Yeah, that's
cover
what
the
Justin's
whole
got.
front end and then they go all the way around to the back of the front of the back or the front of the tire and like they're huge. They fucking cover the
Yeah,
whole front of
Justin's
the car.
used his push bumpers many a times.
Well, those are for pitting people, man. You hook that back bumper and boom,
Oh
off the
yeah,
fucking road.
find that car. I'll show you the picture of it.
Light a match to see where the leak is coming from. No, that's original Russell. At least he's got somebody coming to look at it. The shit, if that would have went to a garage, dude, and they had to drop the tank and look at all the fuel, oh yeah, that could have been expensive.
And that's just push bumpers right there. They just take this little, it's about an inch and a half strip and make sure it's on the door panels.
No, see, the ones the state troopers have, they wrap all around the headlights.
Yeah, they go all the way around. That's for
Yeah, they're
bit- that's
fucking
for the pits.
huge.
Look at him. He ain't that big. I could take him.
The fuck, his arms are bigger than your head. Fuck around.
Yeah, but all I gotta do is kick him in the shin, you know?
You know, all you're gonna do is piss him off.
I got him. He ain't nothing.
Yeah, but his text to chat on it ain't on right now.
You got a point. I may say something stupid, but I'm not stupid, you know?
I'm gonna download that AI summary of the meeting, forward it to him.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I saw him as a fireman when he was a fireman. Then I saw him when he finally got this police car. And that smile on his face tells it all.
He's,
You know, because look at that smile on his face. That's his dream car right there in the first place. So now he's not only got his dream car, but he's able to sit in there with a gun and a badge, you know? So yeah, I'm glad he did that.
you know what's really weird? You know Jackson up in Jacksonville here in Florida, right? You know the sheriff actually does all the city policing too, and their cars and their badges say city sheriffs on them, or city sheriff or something like that on them. They actually run the city police departments as well. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Apparently, that's a very unique thing for the entire country. Like, I think they're the only.
I got
ones that
a
do that.
hold of my neighbor across the street. He came and looked at it. And he said it's brake fluid. Just
Oh, it's
ahead
just about-
of the left rear tire.
Yeah, that was one of the things I said was
And
brake fluid.
I had a couple of bottles of brake fluid, and he put almost two bottles in there, and it only brought it up of this much, you know.
Yeah,
You must have blown maybe a caliper or something.
yeah,
You got a seal broke. You better get that fixed.
brake fluid.
Yeah, you probably have a bad.
Because what I
Yeah.
said to him is, you know where I park down there when I fly the ships?
Yeah.
I noticed just the other day, there's a couple of spots down there where I parked the car and it's got brake fluid.
Yeah,
You know,
gotta
that's
get-
probably. Yeah,
That
when
might-
we came into the garage and hit the fucking brakes, it leaked all over the ground.
And around, you know, where the filler cap is underneath the hood, there's
Yep.
brake fluid all around that.
yeah. You just got to trace. Then you've just got to trace it now to see where the exact fluid leak is.
Well, it looks like it was going across the floor, so by the back tires. So,
Hmm.
did you see
So that
where
could
the,
be-
the trail of it was coming from? Like one of the tires, 'cause it's going to come from one of the 4 tires. That trail.
Yeah, he said
And
the
it
one to the
wasn't-
left side.
The
Left side,
ba-
yep, right
left
behind the
back.
driver. And he went up under there and looked and says, you got a couple of brake lines going along the railing there.
See,
Along
I
the-
was thinking the back
rail.
passenger, because if you look where the leak was coming
Yeah.
out, it was going right past the driver's side back tire. It wasn't even touching it. It was going right past it.
So
Well, that's
anyway, hopefully Jim comes tomorrow and gets it, not give me.
Well, at least it's not a fuel. At least it's not a fuel leak, so that's a good
Yeah, that
start.
makes me feel better.
Yeah,
Brake fluid ain't
Just
exactly
driving it,
non-flammable
it-
either.
yeah. Oh, well, it's not as harsh as brake fluid is not as harsh as gas petrol.
But it does mean you have a problem stopping.
Yeah, yeah. Right,
Do
the
you
car
feel like
won't
your brake
explode.
pedal's getting lower?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I noticed that like when I got my foot on the brake, all of a sudden the car will start creeping forward.
there's your problem.
Yeah, don't drive it.
No, you got to fix it. You're not going to have brakes one day and not be able to stop it.
Joe was talking about pulling it out in the driveway. He would have went, bloop, rolled that bitch all the way out on the road.
Well, if it's my turn to go, it's my turn to go, you know?
But
And
you
you
might
can
be taking
usually,
somebody with you.
you can usually tell anyway because brake fluid will be red.
Yeah.
But also brake fluid is corrosive as well.
So we'll see. Jim will be able to tell me what to do. And also upstairs, she's got her son's father's coming to work on her car tomorrow. So maybe everybody's gonna join together, you know?
Well, that's what happened with Sarah's mom's car, her caliper actually. Remember, when we had to take it to get it fixed when her mom was gone on vacation?
Yeah.
The back caliper on the driver's side locked up and seized up.
It might just be the
And-
cylinder in the back leaking.
It was fucking squealing, man. You'd go take off and just nonstop squealing when you're driving down the
I
road.
just right now don't have the money to fix it. And I don't get my paycheck until the 26th of this month. And I've got $38 in my checking account.
Well, you got somebody to come look at it, so. I mean, it's gotta be like a new brake caliper or just a seal or something. That's not an expensive fix.
Yeah, but see, Jim's got a bad hip. He can't hardly stand up. And this is down underneath, you know, and I've got a jack. I can jack it up a little bit, but
Well, it's mainly just you'll have to take the back tire out.
Mm.
Then you'll be able to see everything once you take the back tire out.
Well, it
Wheel.
shouldn't be is
The
if it's
tires
in the
just
back, it's not
rubber
a
bit.
master cylinder.
Oh, shut up, Mark.
Yeah.
well, the master cylinder on that truck is on the driver's side.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. That's in the front though.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Mark's like-
talking about a real
Slate
brake.
cylinder.
They'll
Yeah.
have a cylinder in the back, a brake cylinder.
Wait for it. Mark's gonna be like the French word for caliper is calipre.
You said it's 2015?
Yep.
No, you're all right with caliper. It's the fact that you call the disc a rotor.
That's literally what they're called when you go to the parts store. That's how they have them listed as rotors.
Yeah, but
It's
over
not
here,
like
they call brake discs.
it's not like it's a slang term or anything for it. It's literally it will
Yeah.
say rotor on the box.
What do they call it? Do they call it disc brakes or do they call it rotor brakes?
Well, it's got brake shoes.
Well, that's a drum.
Which they
Yeah, so you can get
cars don't
You can
even
get
have
a,
those.
wheel cylinder kit to the springs and everything. If that's all it is, might just be one of the seals broke. You get that for $3.
Cars don't even
$5.99.
really cars don't even have those no more now. It's just brake pads on all four tires.
Yeah.
Most of them because it's easier
No,
on the car
you-
over time.
You can still get, especially like the 4-wheel drive ones and stuff like that, you still get them with rear drum brakes.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about like basic little cars and stuff.
Mm.
Like they don't have any of that stuff anymore. It's all just just regular
In
brake
fact,
pads.
more often than not, even if they've got discs all round, they will have drums on the back inside the discs to work as the handbrake.
Yeah.
Unless they've got an EPB.
Mm.
The electronic park brake.
Yeah.
And they're a nightmare if
Oh,
they
it's
go wrong.
2005 Tahoe, Joe.
Okay, go
My
back
car-
10.
My
Makes a difference.
Chrysler had that Dominic. It had the little button you'd pull up and
Makes
it'd
it
do the
makes it
parking brake.
20
Yeah.
years old.
And it would
That
make the noise
won't
sound
mean
like a
anything.
transformer. It'd be like
Yeah. The new the new car my brother has got the EPB on it. And you have to hit the park brake and then you've got to hit the activate. And then when you drive off, it automatically activates to take it off, so you don't have to pull any buttons. Yeah, all these newfangled devices on these cars these days, where you
Oh, yeah.
push
Yeah.
button starts.
make- It makes hill starts easier.
They over-engineer everything.
Yeah.
What model? LS or
It's got a
LT?
hold.
I imagine
got a
an
hold
LT,
start on it.
the police vehicle.
Whatever specific model the cops used. I don't know if they have.
This is probably all you need right here. Right there. A wheel cylinder repair kit.
Well, unless it's
It could be a brake line too, though. He's
Brake-
just gonna have to wait
brake-
till Jim looks at it.
Well, the thing that goes bad first is the seal.
Mm,
The seal usually cracks on these things right
Yeah.
here. So that's probably what you need.
yeah.
About $13. That's an advanced auto, if you got an advanced auto around.
Imagine, I've never done that before, but I imagine it's not a very difficult job to do, is it?
Mm,
No.
Well, it's an awkward job to do because if it is a drum brake, then you've actually got to take the brakes
Yeah,
completely
you gotta take it
apart.
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
And doing brakes on an older car is another problematic situation.
Yeah, you've got them on Port Huron. Advanced auto. 24th Street, King Road, Gratiot Boulevard, Main Street.
here's the file on it. Look at how thick that is.
Yeah, what's closer to you? 24th Street, King Road, Main Street.
Fort Gratiot is closest to me.
Who? I'm talking
Fort-
about, got a whole bunch of streets on it in Port Huron.
I'm sure there's one within 5 miles of his house.
Oh yeah, there's
Well,
a there's
that's 1.4 miles. Hold on.
Because you're just looking up one
Let's see.
parts store too. Most towns have 2 or 3 different. Like shit, there's
Mm.
about 7 or 8 in my town that are all within
Mm.
like 10 miles of me.
Lovely,
Most
Riley.
of them are. I got 3 of them that are within 3 miles of me.
Isn't that a big parts place at yours, Riley's?
Yeah, you got O'Reilly's, you got Napa,
Yeah.
Advanced Auto, you got AutoZone. Those are the 4 big ones.
Yeah,
that's on
it
here.
says not available up there. You might have to special order it.
At O'Reilly's Auto Parts. That's their song.
But Paul, I would limit my driving till you fix it.
yeah.
I wouldn't drive it till you fix it. Number one, because if you're driving down the road and you go hit those brakes and that thing gone, the only thing you can do to stop it is hit the emergency brake. That should still work. But you're gonna throw yourself, the dog, everything, or whatever's in the car up front.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're gonna tear up somebody.
Yeah, and the problem is you drive down to the fucking river too, and you park right where the edge of the river is. You
Yep.
don't need your
We,
brakes.
we don't
going
want
out
to
when
see
you're
it.
done.
We don't want to see them looking at your car floating in the river.
Yeah, we don't want to see it on Stream Time Live.
Because that fucking car will go right through that damn barrier.
Yeah, it's not. It's a dangerous car to drive right now because you're gonna lose your brakes. And if you're stopped and you got to pump it to keep it there, you're gonna lose your brakes.
Yeah,
Well,
Definitely.
hopefully he'll come tomorrow and let me know what he thinks I ought to do.
well, hopefully it's what Joe said because it's a cheap and not.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too difficult of
Well,
a fix. So.
The 2 times I had a brake leak, that's what it was.
And you got plenty of different parts stores you can go to, whichever one has it available. I mean, you probably got a Napa
Well, if-
and a
if it-
AutoZone and all that.
If it's a brake cylinder inside a drum brake, you will find that there will be brake fluid on the inside of your wheel.
Mm,
There's an AutoZone is right here. It's only like 2 miles away.
And the really awkward part about it is if that brake fluid leaking inside the drum has got into the brake shoes, you're going to need new brake shoes as well.
Well, and the great thing too is if one of them doesn't have it, they'll be able to look it up. One of the stores will end up having it.
And because it's the 2005, that might be the issue. You might have to order it in.
But you can always call just one of the stores and they can look it up and see. Sometimes they can get you shit the same day if you call early enough. They can get it from their warehouse the same day. You just got to call them early in the morning or go down there and talk to them. Because they get daily deliveries from their warehouse, so sometimes they can get it to you same day.
Mhm.
Or they'll look it up and see if another store within like a 20-mile radius has it.
But I mean, it's something that a garage will probably charge you a couple of hours labor for.
Mm. The part is like $4 and it'd be
Mm.
$500 worth of
Yeah.
labor.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt.
and it'll probably take your average home mechanic could do it
Yeah,
in
I
an
got a question for you. I've got a 2005 Tahoe. And it's sitting in my garage and it looks like there's brake fluid, coming down into the cement, in the garage. And I had a neighbor come across the street and look underneath there and he says, yeah, it looks like it's brake fluid, but he can't tell where it's from. And I'm 73 years old, so I'm not crawling under there. But do you have parts for a 2005 Chevy Tahoe?
Yeah, I can look it up for you. Do you hold on for a quick minute?
Sure.
Yeah, he'll be able to tell you all the different parts you may need and whether they have them.
At AutoZone, they range from $1.49 to $66 for the same thing.
If that's what it is, but we don't know what it is yet, but I'm calling to see if they got parts.
Joel said
they
by
don't-
the looks of Paul's garage video, I can almost guarantee it's a brake line, is what he's saying.
It could be, like I said, it could be that rubber cylinder. When he presses on, it's just leaking straight out of it. All it is, that's where the fluid goes through and that cylinder seals it.
It could be the brake cylinder, could be the brake line, it could be the rubber flexible hose.
Yeah,
that
it's
goes
a whole
through
bunch
the
of different things.
cylinder.
Yeah,
There's
we'd have to
Well,
so
I
many
put my
different
money on the
things that-
cylinder because that fails first.
Yeah,
there's so many different things.
Right,
it could be.
Dominic?
Right.
but
and
it's all
that's
about
where-
tracing first.
Right,
And then
Jim's
once you
gonna have,
trace it,
It just got an advertisement for AutoZone on the phone, says they're hiring delivery drivers now. Apply.
yeah,
There
why
you
not?
go.
Yeah.
You can't drive, Paul.
because Jim will, you just gotta wait till Jim diagnoses it and then he'll figure out what it is.
Yeah.
And then you'll know what you need and all that tomorrow.
Yeah, wait till he looks at it, but don't drive it. Get
Well,
everything
yeah, but
delivered.
I
You only
I
gotta
just,
wait till
I-
It
tomorrow.
doesn't
just-
They'll
matter
be there
what
tomorrow.
you're doing, Paul. You cannot drive it with no brake.
I'd be careful.
No,
Paul,
I'm a,
The,
Drive at
you
20
might be
miles an hour.
careful. The car won't be.
yeah, and then you're not gonna have any fucking car.
and you might hurt somebody and wind up in jail.
No,
Yeah.
and that's true too, because if they find out his brakes were faulty.
Yeah.
And he
Yep.
knew
Yeah,
about it.
it's
No
negligent,
insurance.
Yeah.
No insurance.
negligent, whatever.
Well, if he don't have insurance and he's driving on a suspended license, most likely. You got a registered car, you have to have it maintained. Well, it's most states, if your car is registered with them, you have to maintain insurance.
Definitely.
Otherwise, they'll suspend your license after like, that 30 days.
On
or
a
90
wheel
days.
cylinder kit for that model, it's saying none available. Somebody's gotta have it somewhere.
Like I
Yeah.
said, if not, I'm sure they can order.
be
it.
honest
You
with
Yeah,
buy-
I'm sure they could order.
A
But
replacement.
you're gonna be out of, you're not gonna be able to drive that until it's fixed.
A replacement slave cylinder is not going to be that expensive.
Oh, no.
There it is. It's coming out this way.
That's
Yeah,
a
I'm-
lot too.
See where it's at? This is what thing is bothering me. You see, it's further up, so it could be a line.
That's
Because
what
it's
I
not
was
coming-
saying.
It's
Yeah,
not
'cause
where his tires
it's
at.
not down around the back of the tire, but it's coming out here.
Yeah,
It's a brake line. It's I think it's a line.
if
Yeah,
there's a flexible line in there, it could be just a line.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if it was the tire where the seal is, and that the leak was
Be
going
further
that
in.
direction, you would think it would have went around that back wheel too.
Yeah, it would
You
be
know.
on the wheel.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying not even on the wheel, but you think that leak would be going around the wheel and coming out, and it's not.
Well,
It's
if it's not anywhere near the wheel and it's a brake line, it's going to be the metal one, and it's going to be need replacing all the way from the master cylinder to the back wheel.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good fix. That got to go to the shop.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be. I've replaced them.
Yeah, but he don't know anybody that might be able to replace them.
Yeah. I mean, I've got the machine for putting the crimps in the end
Hmm.
for the what's it. So I just buy a length of the brake lining, the brake line
Yep.
tubing, and make my own up.
You're gonna have to go buy some of that Flex Steel, wash it off, and spray that Flex Steel on it.
wouldn't they
Yeah.
just? Wouldn't it? Couldn't you buy like a already pre-made line that's bent to all the right?
Yeah, but usually from a main dealer, it'll be bloody expensive.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
If you bring it to a place, they'll take the single tube and bend it the way they need it.
They'll make their own
Excuse
line,
me.
is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do that all the time. That's what they do with mufflers.
It
They,
doesn't
they
take
get
a
a
lot of doing.
straight pipe and fix it.
So long as you've got the tool for
Right.
putting the end to crimp the ends to make olives to seal it when you bolt it in, then you're fine.
Okay.
But Paul's just got to understand he cannot drive it.
No, if he has to take it to a shop, he's gonna have to get it towed.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
his
they're
insurance could cover that.
If he has full coverage or some kind of roadside service.
Well, look at everything Paul buys. He's got full coverage.
insurance won't cover you for that. It's
Uh,
where it's there.
Sometimes they will.
No, if you buy full coverage over here, usually it comes with roadside service.
Yeah.
Oh,
A bit
right,
like,
Over here it will.
Well,
Yeah,
I've got just liability on mine.
oh,
and
you're
comprehensive,
talking about
but I got
insurance
roadside.
cover. You're talking
Yeah.
about insurance covering the fix on the car. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, you don't have
No, no, just the insurance covering to him to get
the
there.
tow.
Yeah, it's
The
not the
towing.
it's road.
See, like my full
Like-
coverage had 2 tows up to 125 miles each. I could
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the insurance, I didn't even bother taking the recovery out with the insurance on ours because I've already got a recovery thing anyway, which which includes the one I've got with them. It's roadside, at home, onward journey, up to £500 towards the repair bill. And even a hotel stay if you need that overnight while the car's being fixed.
Oh, you know what? I could sell Paul an extended car warranty. What do you think?
Yeah.
Paul, let me ask you about your car's extended warranty. It will cover $1,000 in coverage, but it's a $2,000 deductible.
Yeah, you can't do it over. They will not do those kind of warranties on a car that's over 10 years old here.
Yeah.
They will here, but you're gonna pay more for that.
Mm.
Because I was actually talking to the dealer about that. He was like, "You can get it past 10 years." He goes, "But you're gonna pay a lot of money for it."
Yeah.
He said, "Because they don't really like doing that." He goes, "But if you get it before the 10 years, they will allow you to keep extending it." But But your deductible gets a lot higher
Okay.
too each time.
Either 122 or 162, depending on.
Okay.
That does the whole vehicle.
This is a retired command car from the west side of the state, was a police car.
You don't need to know that.
Does not help you.
No, I understand. But best thing to do is once I get these guys to look at it and see what they think it is, then I can come up and we can take the information off the door jamb and see what you got, huh?
Yeah, it sounds fair.
Yeah,
Do
the VIN number.
you have some parts in stock?
Looking at hoses now, doesn't say that, just a look. It looks like I have the rear hoses for this, that does not have a active brake control, but if it does, I would have to order them.
Okay.
Is the puddle near the rear of the vehicle or the front?
It's just the puddle is just in front of the left rear or driver's side rear wheel.
Okay. In that case, I might have the brake hose, depending on the brake kit.
Okay.
But the lines, unless you want to just buy a length of line that fit yourself or have your guy do it, whatever, I would have to order the kit.
Okay. All right. Okay, my
Well-
man. Thank you so much. You know, my only suggestion is you don't get old because it's not any fun.
Well, it's work for that.
Okay. Thanks again, and I'll be up there. Hopefully, maybe sometime tomorrow.
So he said he has
Yeah.
the brake.
Yeah. Bye bye.
So he pretty much has everything but the brake line. He's saying he'd have to order for the rear. That'd be the only thing he'd have to order.
Yeah, that's the way I
brake line
took it.
kit.
They got everything except the brake lines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said they got the hoses and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, the brake line goes all the way from the master cylinder down the chassis rail to the back of the car. So it's about 10, 12 foot long.
Hmm.
I gotta jump off. I'll catch y'all later.
You're leaving?
Yeah, I
Yep.
gotta go over and see what these girls are doing on Fortnite.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
buddy. Hey, thanks for coming in and sharing with us, and we'll see
See you
you
later.
maybe tomorrow,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I'll be around in the morning.
Okay.
All right.
Bye for now.
Hey, Justin. My cat's snoring.
Oh no. I hate when that happens.
What are you walking about?
He's lay on top of my laptop on the table next to me,
Uh,
curled up asleep.
No, no, no. Don't side eye me.
You got all the food you need right away, right? In the house?
yep, I got
You
enough.
got all the Pepsi, you get all that delivered anyway.
Oh,
So just don't go flying. If you got the itch to fly,
He's
go
got
fly in
enough.
the backyard.
Yeah, go fly in the backyard.
You don't go
Well,
fly a
I
ship.
think I could make it down there and back fine, but
no, you can't, Paul.
Paul, it's not worth it
If you
because it's
think you can,
breaking.
you
If
can't.
it goes, you'll have no brakes.
Yeah, if you think you can, you
Just,
can't.
just because you kept going back and forth doesn't mean that it's not getting worse.
just because I was going back and forth doesn't mean I should have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. When you notice that leak, you should have figured out what it was first.
In fact, if you open the master cylinder under the bonnet of the car, you probably find there's no brake fluid left in the top of it. In
Oh,
the
there
reservoir.
wasn't. He ended up my neighbor from across the street, a young guy, came over and he put 2 bottles of brake fluid into the.
Well,
Yeah,
Well, did it
in-
fill it to the
in that-
top?
No,
that case,
it's
it's-
down about that much from the top.
And
It's
if you go
fucked.
look at it in about an hour, it'll probably be lower. So it is very unsafe to drive that car.
And when you put the brake,
Right.
when you press the brake, it just pressurizes the system, and instead of a drip, it will squirt out.
Yeah, every time you press the brakes, it's gonna squirt up.
No, no.
Okay.
Sort of like what happened this morning.
Okay,
You didn't get that, Dominic, huh?
No, but I can only,
that was a reference to the channel this morning.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was squirting out.
Oh, okay then.
Too
I
much
can have a good
information.
laugh. Yeah,
Yeah, we got three people all tried to get in at once,
And they were trying to be the Three
That wasn't-
Stooges like they were
that
talking about
wasn't-
yesterday.
and that wasn't just on the video.
Well, I guess I'm gonna call it.
okay then.
Thanks
You
for being
always
here.
call it. What are you gonna
Thanks-
call it this time?
Thanks, Joe, for straightening me out as usual. I always listen to Joe.
Yeah, we're gonna hear you
Joe-
drove to the
Joe
splash
take-
ship wash.
Joe takes care of me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, thanks.
I'm about to quit.
Okay, we'll see all of you again in the morning.